welcome in. How are y'all doing today? Sorry, I like forgot how to stream. I was like pressing all the wrong buttons. But yeah, how's everyone? How was everyone's week? I hope it was good. I I actually had a pretty busy week. I had like a lot of like I have a lot of like errands and stuff to run, which is like yeah, I had to like drive a lot, and I was like it's a bit of an unusual week for me. But since I was driving a lot, I had to like fill up gas, and then I washed my car. Oh yeah, yeah. I went to a car wash, and then like the car wash had changed. Like it normally like just like sprays the car with like water and then like sprays it with soap and stuff. But then like it had these like weird spinny things with like cloth on them, and it was like attacking my car. I was like, it was actually kind of scary. Like I knew nothing was happening, but like it feels like the car is shaking, or the car is shaking sometimes. I'm like, oh, like it was a bit uncomfortable. But my car is like super super clean right now. You're watching two streams. You're watching two streams, listening to music, playing Pokemon Go PvP. But I think the Pokemon Go servers went down, so now your brain started to form thoughts again. How do you do all that at once? If I try to like play a game and watch a stream at the same time, like I'm definitely only paying attention to one. I tried opening the door in the middle of the car wash. I should open the window so the inside could be clean and I get a free shower, right? But yeah, like it was kind of scary. Like there was like it wasn't like touching too much. Like there was like it was like a spinny thingy, but like there was like cloth attached to it, so it was like spinning around, like flapping around basically. So it was like but it was like hitting my car a lot. So I was like, it was kind of weird. I never been in a car wash like that. I've only been in the ones that just spray your car. But I guess it gets like extra clean if you do that. So I have no idea. And welcome in, Jay. I hope you're doing well today as well. And Zirconian, thank you so much for the 23. We're very close to 2 years. That's actually kind of crazy. I feel like it hasn't been that long. Market Minch Kano. Yeah, I don't know any games. I'm sorry. No, I'm gonna play games when I come back because the Pokemon Scarlet Violet DLC comes out like mid-September, something like that. Are you feeling better? Not really. I don't feel like that terrible. Like, but I feel like I feel quite tired, and then I feel like my body temperature is really weird. You know, like I feel like I don't think I have a fever. Like I don't think I have a fever, but I feel like sometimes too hot, sometimes too cold. So I feel like I'm like on my way to a fever if I don't like get lots of rest. You know. So I was like sleeping. I was sleeping till like an hour ago, or like an hour and a half ago, basically. But I feel better like at the moment, but I'll definitely sleep really early tonight and get like I'll just like I'll just sleep a lot. Um, but like it feels weird because I don't feel like it's like the start of like a cold. Like the start of a cold is very like sore throat. Like maybe you have like congestion, like and stuff like that. But like I just feel like just feverish to start off with. So it's weird. And welcome in, Nat. How are you? Heard today that the wildfires up there are the biggest ones in recorded. Can really? It feels the smoke is back. Like the smoke was back yesterday. It cleared up a bit in the evening. I could like see the sky. But like now the smoke is definitely back. It's just like totally totally smoky. I'm hoping it's like it clears up pretty soon because it's like yeah, I think it's pretty bad though because every time I check the map is like it shows like the red zones where the smoke is or where the fires are, and it's like oh there's like this many fires and this many uncontrolled fires and there's like 100 something uncontrolled fires. I'm like, ooh, that's great. That sounds like really good news, you know? Um, so like I hope it clears up. It's pretty bad though. Maybe it'll be like I think it's supposed to rain here like in the next few days. So that hopefully that means it's like raining out there already. Um, where it will in the next like couple days, and then like it will like help control the fires because I don't know how long it's gonna burn. Like, will it just burn for like a month? Like, that'll be pretty intense. Canada's gonna be the next Sahara Desert. I guess so. I guess so. I like the trees. I want trees. You know. But yeah, the air quality is not the best. There's a lot of like it just keeps like the smoke keeps coming and going, coming and going. I think it's just like depending on the wind, right? And welcome in, Rasu. How are you? Yeah, how was everyone's week? What was everyone up to? Are you dangerously close to it? Not really. Not like dangerously close, but like it's fairly close. It's fairly close, but it's not like the fires aren't gonna like the actual fire is probably not gonna reach me. It's most likely not gonna reach me. I think it's fine. If the fires reach Vancouver, there will be a lot bigger problems, you know, because it's a very big city. You just woke up in your unusual time, 3:10 a.m. Oh no, that is not a good time to be waking up. What time did you go to sleep? Maybe if you went to sleep at like 5 p.m., that would be okay. But I doubt that. And welcome in, Shar. How are you? Let's see you. Is something going on in Canada? Yeah, there's Western Canada is slightly on fire. So like there's like I'm not that close to the fire. Like it's like a 3-4 hour drive, but like it's like burning. There's a lot of smoke coming in. Yeah. You're having a good day. That's good to hear. You went to sleep at you yesterday went to sleep at 7:30 a.m. Wow. What time does everyone usually sleep? I slept at about 10 p.m. last night. I usually try to sleep between 9:30 and 10. For me, if it's really late if it's like 10:30, 11. Um this Canada is burned. You're paying full price for it? Yeah, I guess I should get a discount. Can I get a discount on my taxes because it's burning? But welcome in, Niveus. Um, my cousin is in Canada. What part of Canada? Canada's very big, so he might they might not be very affected by it. You do sound kind of congested. I was a little. I was like sneezing earlier, so maybe it's coming. You know, could be coming. And welcome in, Red Mist. Usually sleep at 12 or 1 a.m. Oh, okay. Just last night was a exception. I see. 8:30 your normal bedtime. 8:30 p.m. That's really early. What time do you wake up? You must wake up really early then. New Brunswick. Yeah, that's like a very far. They're definitely extremely safe. Don't worry. It would be like a 6 hour flight to New Brunswick for me. New Brunswick, yeah, it's right there. It's right there. You look like you played tennis today. Kind of, yeah. I feel like I'm like ready to play tennis and or golf. You know? Doesn't Brunswick make bowling balls? I literally have no idea. Maybe? I can imagine there's a lot of space for factories and stuff. I don't know. I don't know where they make bowling balls. You wake up at 2:45 a.m. during the weekday for work? Oh, it's really early, so your bedtime does make sense then. Even then, it doesn't seem like enough sleep. But it's probably hard to go to sleep earlier than that. Yeah, I wake up at like 6:30 for work, so I try to go to bed at like 9:30, 10. I haven't gone bowling in decades, so you wouldn't know. I went bowling maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, but I don't bowl like often at all. It's very uncommon for me. I'm not that good at it though. And you know, it wasn't my favorite sport in Switch sports, you know, so I usually avoided it. 9 or 10 p.m., those are sleep start times. It's a good time. It's a good time. You haven't done bowling in ages. Yeah, I feel like it was more common when I was younger. And then these days, there's not a lot of bowling alleys in general. Bowling is funny if you can curve the ball. I don't think I can curve the ball on purpose. I think I can curve it by accident. Um, Precaution then, you wake up at 5:30 a.m. I did that too. I had to commute to college or university here, and like I would have to wake up so early because I'd take like 7. Sometimes like the bus would be at like 7 a.m. So like it was a bit early. I remember the last time you used an orange bowling ball and then you drank a Dr. Pepper from the vending machine. That's all I remember. I don't have that strong of memories about bowling. I remember I probably didn't drink any soda. I definitely did not drink Dr. Pepper because I don't like Dr. Pepper. If I were to drink a soda, I prefer like Sprite or something like that, you know? I'm really not a dark soda enjoyer. But once in a while, I'm like, if you don't drink soda, if you try to drink like Coke, you're like, you like drink it and then you're like, it's so strong. Like you're like, it's way too fizzy and way too sweet, and you're like, it's like actually hard to drink. Like it's so fizzy, it like hurts my mouth. You last played bowling when you're like 12 or 13. I think I had like a bowling. I think it was common to have like birthday parties bowling. Um, and like when I was a kid, so we go to the bowling alley, and then I remember there was some like they like always put like the black light on at the bowling alley. That was always a fun time. But I haven't gone properly bowling in a very long time. I wonder if it's the IRL doctor with the last name Pepper. Dr. Pepper will be performing. No, I'd be down. I'd be down. You've only drank Dr. Pepper twice, and that was the first time. Okay, so that's why you remember then. Then it's like it's like, oh, I only had Dr. Pepper twice in my life. One time I was bowling and I used an orange bowling ball. um, what do you play these days? Video game. Video game. You tried tteokbokki and it's so great. Oh, let's go, let's go. Tteokbokki is so good. Also corn dogs. Like tteokbokki hot dog or just corn dogs in general. Because they're actually, I've never had the tteokbokki like hot dog, but I want to try it. But I've obviously had corn dogs and those are very good. Yeah, I think I remember you talking about it short last time. You're like, oh, I went in there and wasn't like you were the hungry or something. You just had tteokbokki. Just corn dogs. Oh, okay, okay. But corn dogs are really good. I only usually have them if I'm at like a amusement park, you know, like that kind of place. Cause like I don't just like I don't even know where you would get it like out and about, you know. I don't know where I would like even like if I go out to eat, it's like a restaurant. Like I'm not gonna have a corn dog. Doesn't really make sense. I don't know. Everyone's all red and chat again. It's confusing. It's very popular. You went to food court with your friends, you saw tteokbokki, so why not try it? I mean, you can't really go wrong. Like if you like spicy food, like you can't go wrong. Like it's just spicy rice cake, you know? Like it's good. They have it to be spicy. Was it not? Was it not spicy? Does any restaurant even serve corn dog? Probably not. Like it would be like it would need to. I would imagine it coming from like a stand, like where you just like order it and then go. Not like imagine a sit down restaurant and the waiter like serves you a corn dog. I feel like that'd be kind of weird. And it was spicy. Okay, okay, yeah. Tteokbokki is really spicy. There's a Korean corn dog place near me, but it's not. Yeah, no, we have Korean corn dog places, but I don't even know where I would get like a normal corn dog. I guess like the amusement park. I don't know if they have that. Our local amusement park here in Vancouver has like a triple O's. Like, like I don't know if we have like other food stands. I think it's monopolized by like triple O's. I apologize to the waitress for ordering such a small amount of food, but she was really nice about it. I don't think she cares. I bet she doesn't mind. As long as you tip her, she doesn't mind. And depending on where you are. When you order corn dogs, let me choose if I could get ketchup, mustard, or go both. I don't like mustard. I don't like mustard, I'm sorry. I would only get ketchup. Jump a corn dog at amusement park at the best. The corn dogs from Disneyland are really good. But they're like $10. I'm like, I don't think corn dogs are worth $10, you know? But like everything at Disneyland's expensive, so what can you do? That was rare to dislike mustard. I don't like it. It's like not like spicy, but like it has like a sharp flavor, right? I'm not a huge fan of it. If there's like a little bit of it on like a burger or something, it's okay, but I prefer not. Sorry, I get distracted by the song. I mean, yeah, I mean, I feel like stuff like corn dogs or hot dogs, like I would never say no to, you know? Like it's just good, you know? But I don't think I would like purposefully seek it out. Or if I would just like eat it at home or like eat it like if it was cheap or something, I'd eat it. But I wouldn't be like I need to go out and like eat a corn dog unless it's a Korean corn dog, which I do want to try. But it has like more to it, you know? Yeah, I feel like frozen corn dogs would be good. Do you have to heat them up in the oven though for them to be like crispy outside? I wish I had a toaster oven. I love like I always had a toaster oven like at my mom's house growing up, and it's so useful. But I don't really have like a good space for it. Like I'm already kind of using all like the main kitchen space, and then I have to put on like the island or something. But like I don't know. I have to like I guess I could like have it and then like put it away whenever I'm not using it. But like I'm kind of lazy. Philippine currency is called the peso. Should you learn something? Yeah, I wouldn't be able to name all the currencies. I have no idea. Um, Oven for crispy or microwave for I need it now. So lucky. I guess if you're really desperate, you know. Every time I join a chat talking about corn dogs, so stuff just comes up, you know. Did anyone eat anything exciting this week? I went to my mom's house on Thursday instead of I usually go like today, but I went on Thursday instead because I had to go to the eye doctor, um, which is like I didn't change eye doctor, so it's still like close to my mom's house. So I went there. But my mom makes like homemade curry, like homemade Japanese curry, because usually I just make it from like the roux, right? But like she makes it like from scratch, and it's like way better. So I still have that like left over. But other than that, what did I eat earlier in the week? I think I was still just eating leftovers. I literally just like go to my mom's house and then she just makes food and I just take home like as much as I can and then just eat that forever. And then like I haven't cooked in like weeks. Cause like I've been actually like lasting through the week somehow. But all like my produce will just go bad. I just have to throw it away. Not that I buy a lot, but like you know. And then like she just goes grocery shopping and then she like buys like fruit for me as well. Ate a carne asada burrito for lunch earlier today. That sounds pretty good. I what else have I eaten this week? I can't even remember. Oh, I had like this from Japan. You can buy these like you guys know like pudding, like Japanese pudding. Um there's like an instant there's one you can like make that you get like a powder and then you can like make it at home. And we made that as well. It was really good. It's actually quite easy to make. Cause before, remember you had to like heat it up on the stove and then like use milk and then heat it up on the stove. But then now it's like just you just add water. And I'm like, oh, this is way easier than it was before. Made Jello in like 2 years. I bought a couple of packets and made some. I can't remember the last time I had Jello. Like like actual like Jello probably has been like maybe since I was in high school. Remember at the high school cafeteria they had like they would just sell like cups of Jello for like $1. And I feel like that was quite popular, but um I think it hasn't been since then. It's like just not something I've seeked out, you know? I've had jelly. I like jelly, like lychee jelly, the fruit jellies and stuff that are in those like you know, they're in like that little container and you like there's like a plastic on top and you open it. Um and then like jelly in like they're kind of in like what are those things called? These kind of like in like a Capri Sun kind of container. But the Jello at school matches school colors. I don't know what my school colors are. Is that a thing? Do you have school colors? But I don't think so, no. I think it was just whatever color they wanted. Um, Fun size cup I think you're talking about. Um, no, the jelly is like it's like in this little. It's okay. I'll show you. It's like in the little package. I think lychee jelly would be easiest. Regardless, what you say about it? Oh, it's in like this. Like this. Focus. Like this kind of one. And then you open it, and then you have to like be really careful opening it, cause like the juice will spill out. You think so? But I don't know because you were homeschooled. I don't know. I think American high schools are like different. They're like more like intense about their school spirit, you know? I don't think we really did that. I don't even think like my university had like colors. I don't know. I don't think that's a thing. Like there's definitely like they sell like university merchandise, but I think it was like all sorts of colors. I don't think it was anything specific. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that stuff. Like I don't really care about like um school spirit or like teams or anything like that. You used to have them too. Yeah, those are really good, right? Do your school have bars on the windows? I don't think so. I think we just maybe had like mesh. You know, sometimes the windows have mesh in them so they don't like break. I don't think we had bars on the windows. um, Canada doesn't do school uniforms out there. Only private schools, which are much less common. And not every private school does, I think. I actually don't know. But yeah, I didn't have a school uniform, and like I don't think we had a dress code either. I was hear about those like American dress codes and stuff like that, where like say you like can't show your shoulders, you can't wear like a crop top. Like I don't think we had anything like that. It was just like you can literally just wear whatever you want. You can show up to school in your pajamas, you know. You do whatever. It's fine. I think a lot of private schools here are like religious private schools, so like maybe they would have stricter dress codes, but I think a lot of them have uniforms. I know they have school uniforms in the UK. I wonder what they do in Australia. I feel like they wouldn't. They just give me the vibe that they wouldn't. But maybe they do. I don't know. Uniforms are not bad though. Kids bully each other over fashion. Yeah, but they're gonna like if a kid wants to bully another kid, like I think they're gonna find a reason for however way. And apparently like um I think it was like a map app video about like school uniforms, but like the uniforms aren't completely uniform, right? Like there's like you can buy like it's not like everyone's wearing the exact same article of clothing, right? Like you can there's like variation you could buy from different places. And there's some like aspects of the uniform that you could like wear like a different thing. Like you could wear like I don't know Gucci socks or something, like something like that. And a lot of times it's like, oh, like you have to wear like this type of shoe, but it's not like you have to wear exactly the shoe. Um, so you can still be you can still be like bullied over that, and like I don't know. I don't think it's worth taking away like at my school, at my high school, like a lot of kids dressed like really like a lot of kids wore like really unique clothes, or like they were like really experimenting with the kind of clothes they like to wear, or just like generally expressing themselves through their whatever they chose to wear. So like I feel like being able to having the option to like you know try out those things when you're younger is probably good as well. And then also like the school uniforms are really expensive, right? So it's like yeah, it's expensive. It's restrictive. I don't really see I understand some of the reasons they go into it, but like I don't think they hold up because like you're just gonna like they're just gonna bully each other about like I don't know their appearance, or like I feel like even if you take one aspect out, like it'll still happen if it's gonna happen. I think the pros outweigh the cons. All my schools used to have uniforms and all of them were so ugly. Oh no. um, I heard the bullying can be pretty bad in both UK and Japan, so I feel like they just find something else to target people over. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Like bullying is really awful in Asia, I'm pretty sure. So like, I think it's. I don't think the uniforms I don't think like putting everyone in uniform is gonna change that. Like I think that's a silly way to change it because like surely there's better ways that you could go about changing it that are more like target like the actual issue, you know? Um, so like I don't think it's and the kids can have fun with their clothes. So Hogwarts uniform would be awesome. Okay, true, true. Well, if your uniform was that cool, like then you'd be fine with it, you know? But like no one has a uniform. Harry Potter would not be a great film if everyone just wore regular clothes. That's true. But it wouldn't be as merchandisable, you mean? You couldn't sell the cloak for $200 at Universal Studios, you know? Well, I think I watched Deathly Hallows, and I think they were wearing regular clothes. But maybe I'm just misremembering. I don't know. I've definitely seen them in regular clothes. Those clothes are so overpriced. How much do they cost? I'm actually very curious. Because I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but I think they look quite cute. But like it's a very expensive it's a very expensive for something that you're not gonna wear again probably. You know, like you're not gonna like walk around out in public in your Hogwarts cloak. Ron walking around in a teal tracksuit would be kind of funny. I mean, yeah, because like if they didn't wear uniform, surely they could express themselves, express their own fashion choices, you know. Um, but I think Hogwarts is like very based in like British culture, right? So like I think it makes sense that they wear uniforms. What is your favorite cartoon or anime to watch growing up? Um, I didn't watch a lot of cartoons growing up. Maybe when I was quite young, like when I was like 12 or under, maybe like Phineas and Ferb. I watched like Fairly Odd Parents, stuff like that. Maybe like that kind of cartoon. But I watched more like Disney Channel, like live action Disney Channel. I'm very ambivalent on school uniforms. On one hand, it would have been nice to never have to wonder what to wear to school. On the other hand, it would have complicated my emo phase. Exactly, like it allowed you to have your emo phase, and allowed me to have my emo phase. You know, like it's like looking back, like there are so many kids just in so many different ways that like I think it's nice that they were able to do that. You know, even if you might look back on your like in your high school days and be like, oh, why did I wear that? It's like it's still you know it's still worthwhile for kids to be able to do that. But I do agree, like, um, you won't have to worry about what like what to wear every day. And then I think that's one of the other things too. Like they're like, oh, we don't want the kids to like spend extra time worrying about their clothes. Like I'm like, okay, but like their life shouldn't be school, you know? Like what if they want to? What if they have an interest in fashion and they want to like choose their own clothes, you know? What if they want to express their inner emo by dressing, you know, in all black, whatever? Like, it's fine. That's fine. But I think like school here is a lot less intense as well. Like until you get to university, school is like unbelievably chill. Like it's not really like a huge deal. Like it's not like oh you really have to focus on your academics. Like most people, it's not really like that. Major choices. What was your favorite article of clothing when you were? Mine was like I had a couple of favorites. I had like a collared shirt like this. Um, but it was like it wasn't like a sports style shirt. It was like a more like fancy shirt, and I got it from Topshop, and I thought it was really expensive because it was like $50, which I guess is quite expensive. But like I was like, wow, this is so expensive. Um, that was my favorite, and then also I had these like black jeans. I had these black jeans that had like zippers on them, but the zippers like weren't pockets; they were just zippers. And I really liked those because I was like, oh, these are cool. Like these are so cool. I like that. And then also, I had so many, but like I think I've gotten rid of all of those clothes now. I don't think I have anything from high school anymore. But like, what else? I don't know. What crazy can't wear rule did you have to follow? We didn't have anything like that. I mean, I'm sure if you showed up to school in like a bikini or something, they'd be like, "What are you doing?" But like, we didn't have any rules. No. School here are really chill as well. Yeah, when I hear people about like stressing about like their like high school grades or something like that, like we never had anything like that, and we don't have like exams really. Like, we don't have like standardized exams. Um, my mom went to Catholic school and she said the girls just shortened their skirts and modified the uniforms in various ways when the teachers weren't looking. I think that happens everywhere. Like they don't want to wear like whatever like they want to wear what they want. Like I feel like just let them. It's so silly. And like yeah, like I said, like if you're bullying, like if you're saying like the bullying argument, like you might get bullied because it's like oh you your the length of your skirt is different than the other girls or like you know like stuff like that. You're wearing your hair in a different way or like something like that. Luckily, I don't think my school even had like we didn't really have bullying like that, I think. Um but yeah, it's like and I think like it's like some of the uniform stuff and the dress codes are so archaic. It's so stupid. And I think it's like silly to have rules that are like, oh, like you can't have your skirt too short or something like that. It's very like I feel like it's sending the wrong message. Sending like a really creepy message. You're binge watching Girls and Rory's attending a fancy prep prep school and everyone's so miserable and competitive. Yeah, that'd be scary. I don't know if like stuff like that is real, you know? And welcome in Gilberto. I would if they wouldn't fit any of my clothing from high school. I would. Definitely like shirts and stuff I still would, but I usually get rid of clothes if they're too old, so I don't I don't think I have maybe like something really basic I would have. I don't know though. Yeah, welcome in. Yeah, we do. We definitely bully weaves on this stream for sure. But yeah, we definitely get bullied over something. But I don't think my school really had like bullying like they do in like the movies, you know? Like I never really saw that. But just like let each other do what they want. But I think it's also like I went to like a smaller school, so like everyone was generally pretty friendly with each other. It's like yeah, it's not as bad. K-pop is like welcome in Cordian. I do love K-pop as well. Do you have a favorite singer? My favorite artist right now, singer. My favorite artist right now, my favorite band is a band called Soram. That's my favorite band right now. My favorite singer, I don't know. I don't know. I favorite like vocalists, like who I like in terms of like their actual singing, but like in terms of like a musical artist, I'm not sure. Your primary secondary school had bullying, but your high school had almost none. Oh, I guess they grew out of it. That's good. Or maybe it was different kids. Your high school had over 2,000 students. Um I went to Chicago on a school trip, and like we went to this high school, and it was so big. It was like the biggest school I've ever. It was like a mall. Like it was like a shopping mall. I was like, what the hell is this school? Like it's huge. It would take you like 15 minutes to like walk to the other side. Like I was like, what is this school? Like my university was big, but like a high school, like why is a high school that big? Like I feel like if I had like a class on the other side, I'd have to drive my car. You know, like it was really weird. Um, and welcome in Frosty. Good morning. My favorite is Demi Lovato. Oh, is she still like releasing music these days? I haven't heard anything from her in a while. You did the opposite. My high school had almost as many students as the university. It's a small university and a big high school. um, yeah, my I definitely did not have that experience. But I don't really mind either way. I feel like in university it's like well, like you don't have like the same set of classmates, so like I doubt bullying would happen. I don't know where you would bully someone. Maybe I'm just like oblivious to it, but like I didn't notice anything. I think maybe you might get like robbed, you know? Like you might encounter like an actual crime and not like bullying, you know? My high school is small, 350 student average, everyone knew everybody. Yeah, yeah. Well, I was talking about this other day, but like, um, my high school is pretty small, and I definitely would like recognize everyone's face. Um, or like I would know many people, right? And I'd be like, that person's in my year, right? I'd be like, oh, that person's in my grade, I know them. But like, I was really bad at like knowing other people's names and like knowing who people are. Like, I was just really bad at that. I don't know if I'm just like bad with names or something. I don't feel like I'm bad with names, but like maybe it's different in like chat because it's like not like I'm attaching names to faces, right? No, even just bad with names because like my friends would always make fun of me in high school because like I wouldn't know anyone. Like someone would come up to me and they'd be like, "Oh, hey Mara," like whatever, and I'm like, "Who is that?" Like I have no idea who you are, and I'm like, I feel bad like if people know me and I don't know them, but like I think I was just like not really paying attention to people around me. Like I would obviously like know like my friends and know people I was like acquainted with, but like random other people, like I wouldn't know what's going on with their business, you know. I was not the type of person to be like, oh, like these people are dating or like this person is, I don't know, on, doing like if it's like an extracurricular I'm not part of, like oh they're on the rugby team, like I have no idea. I think she still does. Maybe I'm not sure because I haven't seen her really say anything in a while. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Mockamin Pancake, how are you? Yeah, like I knew everyone who I like spoke to, and then I knew everyone in like my extracurriculars. I would say like I knew everyone in like my band and choir because I was like quite involved with that. Um, but like random people, like especially in like a grade like below or above me, like I don't know. Like why am I supposed to know them? Like why would I know these people? You didn't waste time learning the names about the normies. What am I? What am I? You okay? How am I? I'm doing pretty good. I'm okay. I'm okay. I feel fine, but I think I'm starting to get sick. You know, so I'm like trying to be trying to be good. Not sick. I know. But I think it's like just starting, and you can usually end it. Like if you rest enough at the start, if you feel it coming, you can get over it really quickly. You know, so that's what I'm planning to do this weekend. I do have to like go outside and like touch grass and stuff, and like in like a week or so. So I need to not be sick. Good luck, rest. Thank you. And nerdy, I hope you're doing well as well. Thank you so much for the 3 months. How are you today? Can you believe it's almost September? I know. The month kind of flew by, didn't it? Touch grass. I know. I'm gonna be doing a lot of touching grass. So I need to hibernate for the next week, and then rest up, and then also like not go outside. You know. Mm, 7 months. Ah, okay, okay. Hope you're doing well today, though, nerdy. Take a walk, something that clears your head. No, I'm like, I might be like catching a cold. Is what I mean. So I might need some rest. You know. But I do agree. If you're feeling like troubled or something, like I feel like taking a walk, going outside actually does help. As much as I don't go outside, like um it does help to be in nature for sure. But not right now because it's very smoky outside and you shouldn't breathe the air. Grass has ants and ladybugs on it. Yeah, yeah. There are worse. There could be bees. Bees are pretty bad. Ants are okay. Ladybugs are kind of gross. Bees, awful. My machine vibes are chilling cozy and like your personality too. I appreciate that, Ella. I'm happy you're here as well. Grass in the UK has dangerous slimes. Oh, I gotta be careful. They just like pop out of the ground, you know? Welcome in. Are you kidding me? How are you? Is that the view you were posting the other day? Is that the UK grass with the the danger sign? Is there a way to know a ladybug a guy? I have no idea. I don't think there's a way. Maybe they have like a distinct features or something. I have no idea. Grass touching. It looked like nice grass touching. I'm gonna do that soon as well. I really do need to touch grass more though, because I do live in a very like I live in a very like nature kind of area where it has like really pretty nature. So like, but I think it's like you kind of get like spoiled if you live somewhere that's really pretty. You just get used to it. But like but like even though I've lived here my whole life, I definitely do have like if I like go to somewhere with like a nice view here in Vancouver, I'm like it's really pretty here. Like sometimes I just have like moments where I'm like driving and I'm like, man, it's like I feel like I do get used to it to some degree, but like whenever you go somewhere that's really nice, you're like, it actually is quite nice here. I shouldn't leave, you know? Different butt dots maybe. Honestly, I could see that. I could see that being a thing. Welcome in, John. Wasn't that a joke in A Bug's Life? A ladybug character was male. I've never watched A Bug's Life because it sounds gross. I even like there's like a Bug's Life area in like Disneyland where you like walk through the tall grass, and I'm like, it's gross. I don't like it. Um, so much grass and you never touch it. I will. I will. I'm going to touch it next week. Don't worry. I have a friend visiting Vancouver, so I have to show them around. So which involves a lot of like in Vancouver that means like like parks, mountains, um lakes, ocean, like it's very much like nature. Like it's very much a nature city. I'm gonna touch all the grass. Yeah, I'm gonna be touching every blade of grass in Vancouver for sure. Um touching grass is overrated. No, it's actually it is quite nice. It is quite nice. I don't mind. The Vancouver is super nice grass. It is. It's really beautiful here. Hopefully the wildfire smoke is gone by next week. Otherwise it'll be very not very beautiful. Field grass, mountain grass, ocean grass, tree grass. True, true. We have all of those. You know, saw it once when I was going through all the early Pixar movies. You like Toy Story and Monsters Inc. more? I love Monsters Inc. What about Cars? I love Cars. I think my favorite Pixar movie is probably Cars. I really like it. Um, is Vancouver getting bad? So yeah, it's like on and off. Sometimes it clears up, but it's pretty. It's not great today. There's still fires. Haven't heard much. We were getting the after effect. There's still fires. Yeah, they're very like out of control. Good job. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Car's good. What's everyone's favorite Pixar movie? Actually, no. I think these days probably it's okay. It's okay, Gilberto. You'll get there. You'll get there. Um, my favorite is probably actually Coco. Now that I think about it, I think the Coco is so good. I was actually playing like I've been listening to Disney music while I've been driving. I like shuffled the Disney greatest hits like ones, and like I was listening to the Coco music as well, and it's so good. Wally is your all-time fave as well. Wally's very popular. I see. I haven't seen it in a very long time. I mean, like, yeah, I haven't seen that one in like 10 years probably. The Incredible is probably a close second. That's a good one as well. That's a good one as well. Just a feel good movie. I like Coco because it's like so emotional. It's so sad, but like I don't want it to be like too sad. Like I feel like Inside Out. Is that what it's called? Inside Out. It's like really, really like it's like too. It's too much for me. Toy Story 1 and 2. When growing up, Toy Story 2 is my favorite because I like Jessie. Coco was good, but yeah, Toy Story 1. Toy Story 1 is good. Toy Story 1 is good. With your childhood, honestly, my brother loved Toy Story so much. So he had a lot of that. We cried so much at Coco. Coco's so good. I feel like it's like it kind of just like hits home, you know. Not that my family situation is like that, but like it's like I feel like it's nice because it's about family. And welcome in, Maestro. How are you? But I think Coco's up there. Hmm. Coco, Cars. I do like Monsters Inc. a lot. I'm definitely more of a Disney fan than a Pixar fan, but I do enjoy many Pixar movies. Incredibles as well. Yeah, yeah. I want to cosplay like, or I want to dress up as like Violet one year. But after I have long hair again, I'll be Violet. I'm hated for this take. You did not like Cars. That's okay. That's okay. It's subjective. You can like and dislike what you want. I don't like a lot of Pixar movies. Like it's not like I watch Pixar movies and I'm like it's not like I watch Pixar movies and I'm like, wow, this was awful, you know. But I'm not necessarily gonna. I don't like seek it out or like go back to them often. Like I think they're good movies, but I don't like necessarily like connect to them. All of them. You'll be emoji. Yeah. What about Ratatouille? Okay, Ratatouille is actually quite good. Ratatouille is a good one. I forgot about that. Ratatouille. Yeah, I think they're just good too. Like, I think they're just good in general, but I don't have like a strong emotional connection to Pixar movies that much. Up will be a second. I don't really remember Up very well. But yeah, I don't know. A lot of Pixar movies I've only watched once, so like I don't have a strong opinion about them. I do love Disney movies more. um, I like I mean, obviously, you guys know I like Frozen. I like Frozen and Tangled. I like Big Hero 6. Um, I really like Hercules. I've been listening to a lot of like Hercules. Like my favorite Disney song ever is "I Won't Say I'm in Love." So I was like listening to that one a lot. And then what else? Man, it's some good ones, honestly. I don't have a strong opinion about Up, but I don't doubt that it's a good movie. Yeah, boy, yeah, boy, yeah, boy, no, no, I got the feel. And I think I probably watched it when I was really young, so I probably like didn't think that much about it. That's a Finding Nemo. That's like a classic growing up for sure. I just haven't seen like the more recent Pixar movies. Cause like when I was listening to the playlist, like they were playing music from like Turning Red and stuff like that. I never watched it. Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and Lion King were the ones I watched all as a kid. Yeah, I feel like Lion King, and Aladdin for me for sure. Lion King, Aladdin, maybe Mulan. I think those were definitely ones I watched as a kid. Growing up, you're a big fan of all the Nickelodeon cartoons. They were my favorite cartoons to watch ever. Nice, nice. I think I didn't watch too many cartoons. I watched, like I said, I watched Disney Channel. Disney Channel, and I watched like Nickelodeon shows, like iCarly. Like it was awful. I heard it was awful. Yeah. Um, when the original Lion King came out, I saw it like 6 times in theaters. You must have really enjoyed it then. Yeah, I think I don't really remember what movies I watched a lot growing up as a kid. I only remember ones I watched when I was like a little bit older because I would have been too young to like remember what I really watched. But I'm assuming that we probably watched a lot of Toy Story in our household because I remember having a lot of Toy Story toys around. Um, I just remember like my brother would get like really into like he would get really into certain like franchises, right? So like I would remember those like um Toy Story, Spider-Man, the original Sam Raimi Spider-Mans, and I don't know. I think it was those two. Finding Nemo was quite big as well. Watch everything but animated movies. Fair enough, fair enough. There's some good non-animated ones. I think I was more of a live action TV watcher as well. And movies as well. I think definitely a lot of live action for sure. I know like High School Musical and stuff was quite popular. I only remember stuff when I was a little bit older, like 10 to 12. Like High School Musical, Twilight, those kind of things. Um, Fantasia, Lion King, and Nightmare Before Christmas. You're old. Yeah, those are classics for sure. He's going to McDonald's and collect a lot of Disney Pixar toys. I never went to McDonald's growing up. Spider-Man, yeah. The original Spider-Man, I think we watched a lot growing up. Did you know Snow White live action became controversial? I saw something about that on my YouTube thing, but I didn't watch it. What happened? What are they doing with it? Like, why is it controversial? I didn't know that they were doing Snow White next. Because they just did Little Mermaid, right? Which I didn't watch. But I know, what's her name? Halle Berry did a good job with the book, like with the singing, I think. The actress said she hated the original, so Disney fans got mad at her. Who's playing Snow White? I mean, to be fair, the original is like so old. Like, um, but should someone who hates the original be playing Snow White? I don't know. I don't know if I feel. I don't know how I feel about that. But the actress became. I think the race thing was Little Mermaid. The actress became hated because, sorry, and no seven dwarfs. The dwarfs are magical creatures. She didn't want to. Wait, who's the actress? Wait, I feel like people are talking about two separate things. Who's the actress? No White live action. I got no intent. So she didn't want to do the movie. She hated it. Then why did she? Why did she agree to do the movie then? Oh, it's Rachel Zegler. I love Rachel Zegler. And you're making these moves. I am here to play. Yeah, I can't really. I think there's multiple aspects to it. I'm pretty sure Rachel Zegler is white. Are you thinking about Halle Berry? Isn't Rachel Zegler white? Or is she not? Or maybe not. I actually have no idea. I love Rachel Zegler though. She's such a good singer. I used to watch her YouTube videos like before she. What was she in first? Um, West Side Story. She was in something first. Um, she was in something first. But like I watched her like not to be like weird about it, but like I watched her like before that she got casted for something, and I just like randomly found out I'm like, oh, Rachel Zegler is like casted in like this movie, and I was like, oh, okay, like pop off. Yeah, she got casted in West Side Story, and then like, but I used to watch her covers when she was like 16, and she was like insane at singing, like when she was 16, like she was so good. When she was in high school, she would post covers on YouTube, and she's like, her voice is insane. Um, and like she would win a bunch of awards for her like high school high school musical, like high school space musical performances. Um, and there is and there was like this really famous video of her singing. There's this like duet from Les Miserables, and like she sang it with the actress that was or the actor, sorry, that was on Broadway, and like just randomly like on the street when they were like meeting each other, and she's like so good. They're giving Zegler the Brie Larson treatment. Oh, wonderful. Rachel's Colombian, from what I hear. Oh, yeah, she must be. I guess yeah. If she was in West Side Story, she's probably Latina. But that doesn't mean you're not white. But I guess she's probably like Hispanic. I don't know. It doesn't even really matter. Doesn't really matter. I don't think Snow White has anything to do with that. But it is relevant for like I think she was in the Heights as well, right? I think it's relevant for that. Ariella was a Disney crush as a kid, and then Jasmine. Good options, honestly. Jasmine is great. I love her. Um sure she's too difficult to work with so many actors and actresses. Honestly, I don't really even like how, like I feel like that kind of stuff is very like he said she said, you know? Like I don't know her. But she's also like really young. Like I don't know. She's like I'm pretty sure she's still like 20. Because when I used to watch her, she was in high school. Oh, she's 22. Okay, she's not that young. That's still like fairly young, but it's like, you know. She's biracial, half Polish, half Colombian. Yeah. That makes sense then. That makes sense, judging by her roles as well. Okay, okay. See you later, Nat. Take care. Yeah. I think like, well, especially with the Little Mermaid, like it was kind of like a silly like. I don't think people like. I have a feeling that people like that were actually complaining about her race is very like vocal minority. Because I'm like, she's literally a mermaid. Like, is that the part that you're is that the part that you're like hung up on? Like she's literally a mermaid. She has like a tail instead of legs. So like like it has nothing to do with anything. Painter is already too old to be a gymnast. True, true. Should be retired. Yeah, Jasmine is so pretty. I love her. I would say like, but my favorite Disney princess. I mean, I don't know if she counts as a Disney princess. It's still Megara. I love Megara a lot. Was she at least a redhead? You can dye your hair. Like, it's fine. It's you know it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, it's a silly debate. I have no doubt that Rachel Zegler will perform the songs like insanely well. Um, Megara's as close to Disney princess they have in that movie, I suppose. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think she counts. But maybe she wouldn't want to be one, you know? Like I feel like Meg maybe would not want to be one. But I don't know if it's like I think they have an official list. I think she's on there. But she's not like the classic Disney princess, you know? She doesn't have like her I Want song. She doesn't, you know, she's she's a different arc. She's a different arc than the rest of them. But yeah, what was I gonna say? She honestly, I don't see what she said about Snow White, but like Snow White was made in the 50s. It's probably a bit problematic, you know? Like I think it's fair to like criticize the older Disney movies. Like if she was like, yeah, like the old Snow White is kind of sexist, like I really want it to be like that, like then like I think it's valid. I don't know. You don't have to love it unconditionally. I don't think Snow White is that interesting of a movie for real to watch, but I don't know. As long as you appreciate like the character and the history, like or like what Snow White represents, you know, like because like Snow White is like the start, like the start of Disney, and like if you if you like what it represents for like animation and like um, but like not necessarily like the plot in the movie, you know. Okay, okay. Take care, Jimmy. Are you gonna do your Just Dance workout tomorrow? Probably not. It was like okay, it was like normal temperatures. It was like actually like kind of cold earlier this week, and then suddenly just on the weekend, like just Saturday and Sunday, just like really warm, like for no reason. But yeah, I'm not gonna do Just Dance tomorrow because I'm not feeling like super well today. I'm trying to like get lots of rest, you know, so I don't get sick. But yeah, it's a for some reason like it just like randomly decided to peak. It's like randomly hot on the weekends and then like really and then it goes back to normal. Don't eat apples is a message. Honestly, there's better fruit. Just eat something else. Like, don't. Apples aren't even the best fruit, you know? Like, there's better fruit out there. I mean, apples are good, don't get me wrong, but like, just eat something else. If there's a chance to be poisoned, like, don't. If you know poison apples exist, eat something else. Yeah, just eat a pineapple. Like, I don't know. Mija doesn't get sick. I don't get sick very often, but it definitely can happen. I don't get sick often because I don't really go outside, so there's not really like a chance to like catch the germs, you know. Just don't put the pineapple on pizza. The modern Snow White. She cuts up a pineapple, puts it on pizza, and then and then faints. I don't remember what the plot of Snow White is. Does she just go into the woods? No, no, she already lives in the woods. Is that what it is? She already lives in the woods, and then she eats an apple and then die. What? I don't. What is the plot? I can't remember what happens. Does she normally? Does she already live in the woods with the dwarves? That's kind of weird. Where are her parents? They're probably dead. It's Disney. Her parents probably died. Miji lives in a bubble. The bubble is my apartment. Yeah. Our immune system has had no practice. That's true. That's true. But I have been like traveling. I've been on a lot of planes this year. So I think that like exposes me to a lot of germs. She lives in a castle. The huntsman takes her out into the woods to murder her. He can't do it, so she runs away and meets the door. Oh, okay, okay. I was like, it wouldn't make sense for her to just live already in the door with the dwarves. It doesn't make sense. So then she just like she runs away, and then um they live there. And then how does she get the apple? Who gives her the apple? Where's the prince coming from too? I don't get it. It's kind of weird. I think Sleeping Beauty is the most like questionable one, honestly. Like the Sleeping Beauty one is so questionable. Like this random guy just comes into her house and like kisses her when she's sleeping. She doesn't know him, right? She's never met him before. Like I feel like how the hell would they adapt that? Like how the hell would they adapt that like in the modern day? The prince with their betrothed. Still, she was sleeping. She was literally sleeping. It's weird. Diva Queen figures out where she is, pretends to be an old woman selling apples, and gives it the poison apple. That's suspicious as hell. Some old woman comes up to your house and like, hey, do you want some apples? You know, like weird. So weird. Um, and that plot is very sus when you put it like that. You went in case they were sleeping, so I don't think they were dating. I'm pretty sure, like, I don't think, I don't think they're like that close. Yeah, they weren't dating, right? They didn't really know each other. It's different if they were like, you know, already involved, but I don't think they were. I think that was their first time kissing, but she was sleeping. You know, they didn't have Tinder back then. What does that have to do with it? Whether Tinder exists or not, you shouldn't kiss some random person that's sleeping. I think made out is too strong of a word, but like, yeah, it's a bit weird. Pineapple is your favorite? I don't mind. I don't really mind either way. I'll eat pineapple pizza. I think it tastes good. I think people just like you know, have very strong opinions about it. That's the old school way. Kiss strangers like you find a match. Okay, that's fine, but as long as the strangers aren't sleeping and they agree, you know? It's that's fine if you want to find people that way, as long as it's a mutual consent, you know? Um, I don't know, someone IRL. If someone IRL kisses the girl while she's sleeping because he watched no way, I think we have a bigger problem than changing a plot of a movie getting big. I mean, that's true, that's true. But like, you still wouldn't adopt it. You know, like it would be kind of just like a weird story to tell to adopt it. You know. Um, it's not really like I'm actually. I don't think I'm concerned that people will try to replicate it, but like, it's just like why adapt it? Like because people watching it now would like not see it the same way, right? I guess that's what I mean. It's not the people who actually think it's okay, it's the people who don't think it's okay. Like who would the movie be for? You know, like you go and you're like, oh, let's watch Sleeping Beauty, and then you're watching and you're like, oh, that's kind of weird. It's just seeing with like real people. Yeah, it's I don't know. I think you just like go back and like look at some older movies and you're like, it's a bit weird. Like people are upset about it. They're like, why make a remake? You have to change everything about it. I guess so. I guess some of the movies you wouldn't be able to adapt well enough. Like, but like if it doesn't have to be like a straight up remake. You know, it could be like a reimagining of the original story. Or okay, maybe not the original story, but like the concept of the story. You know. But I think some of the older movies would be yeah. I think some of the older movies would be like kind of hard to adapt. I don't see. But I mean, like, I don't think anyone is like really that excited about all the Disney remakes anyway. Like I don't think I've never heard anyone like really defending them. Like, wow, I love that they're remaking all their old movies, you know? Like I think most people don't actually like anyway. I just think there's some that are just like would be weird to adopt, especially the older ones. Like imagine um I don't know. Like some of the movies are just like a lot more problematic now. Um like Pocahontas, maybe. Or I'm sure there's some like I'm sure there's one out there that's like very problematic. This is Snow White remake with Kristen Stewart in the last decade, so it feels even more unnecessary. I didn't know they did that. But people are always remaking Cinderella, you know? So like why I guess there's always a way to like change it, but like I don't really care. I'm probably not gonna to be honest, I'm probably not even gonna watch it, so I haven't watched a lot of the remakes. Although I have been listening to Speechless from like the Aladdin remake, but it doesn't really sound like it fits in the like I like the song, don't get me wrong. But like it's very like it sounds like a very like a modern pop ballad, you know? Which sounds kinda weird in context of the song. But some of the new like when they add new songs to the ones, then they're really nice. It really depends. I haven't watched that many of the remakes. I watched the Beauty and the Beast one, watched Aladdin, um I don't know. I can't remember. I think that's the only ones I've watched. Oh no, I watched Mulan, which wasn't great. Yeah, all the ones I watched were kind of mid, so I was like whatever. I just I'll just I'm not too bothered about watching them anymore. I don't know. I wasn't very impressed. But if it's like Rachel Zegler, I might watch it. I might be more interested in watching it if like I might be more interested in watching it than if the performances will be really good, you know? Cause like no offense to Emma Watson, but like it wasn't great. Animated Mulan is really good. I mean, Mulan's a great movie regardless, you know. And the music is so good, and like I love Mulan. It's one of the top ones. Haven't seen any of the live action remakes. Yeah, they're not like not. They're like they're just not exciting. Like it's just like they're not like horrible, but they're not like good. You know, like I'm just like I would watch this if it was on, but like would I actively seek it out? No, I would not. The live action had no talking dragon. Yeah, there was no Mushu. There was no Mushu. Mushu is like the best part of the movie. There was no Mushu and there was no singing. There was no songs. And you guys know I'll Make a Man Out of You is such a classic, you know? Like, how could you not include that? The songs of Mulan are so good, and they just like didn't include them. And welcome in, Earl. I do not play Pokemon Go. I'm sorry. But we're doing well today. But yeah, I will play the Scarlet Violet DLC. I'm excited for that. I want what is it called? Poltergeist? The one that's like a T. I like that one. Um and what else? I want to take pictures. I love taking pictures in games, and I hope it's not like Pokemon Snap. I hope it's just like you can take whatever pictures you want, you know? Then I'll be happy about it. I think the DLC is kind of overpriced though. Because for me it's $45. And I'm like, plus tax, it'll probably be like 50, 55. I'm like, that's just like it's probably like $50 after tax. And I'm like, there's no way a DLC is worth that much money. But like it's fine. It's fine. No, I'll buy it, but like yeah, it's so pricey. It's not I feel like it's not worth it. Because like Crown Tundra and Isle Armor were $30 on Sword and Shield, and um it was like quite substantial. So like I guess the Scarlet Violet DLC could be substantial as well. So hopefully it is. Have you heard about the Kave and Nahida bug in Genshin? I heard it's just Kave. But yeah, it's kind of funny. But I heard it's not quite a bug. It's like people are using hacks to get to it. So like it can't just happen randomly. Like if you have to use like a third party software and hack the game. But that's still like an exploit that's there, you know? But yeah, there's like an exploit available in Genshin right now where like this character named Kave can like delete you can just like delete stuff from the game. Like you could delete like domains or like delete the reward tree for the domain or something like that. Like it's just gone. Like it's just completely gone. And then like even if you reinstall the game, it's also gone. So it's like gone like on the server. So hopefully, yeah, I'm sure they'll fix it. But it's kind of funny because like a bunch of things can just be deleted. It's like a new game but on sale. Yeah, yeah. It is quite expensive. Okay, you want me to pick one? Okay, let's find one. Speaking of Pokemon, it's probably already patched. I have no idea. I think they'll patch stuff pretty quickly though. It seems like a pretty big bug. I heard there was also a bug with Diluc where he like did too much damage or something, but they already patched that apparently. Who should I pick? Any suggestions? Squirtle? I think we've already done Squirtle. How about we do one in between? Maybe like Blastoise or something? Charmander? I feel like we must have already done that. Wartortle? Okay, I definitely remember doing Wartortle. Psyduck? Psyduck? Okay, everyone likes Psyduck? Okay, we can do that. Let me find it. Okay.
Hello, trainer. Welcome back to the world of Pokemon. I can read your mind and you're thinking of. Just have to picture it in your mind and answer my question.
Okay.
If I can guess which is.
Psyduck is a good choice. Okay, let's go.
Think very hard of the Pokemon you want me to guess. Say okay when you're ready.
Okay.
Nice. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Answer yes, no, or I don't know. You can also say it depends. Is it mainly yellow?
Yes. Uh-oh.
Interesting. Does your Pokemon look like a flower or a plant?
No.
I see. Does it have a long beak?
Yes. It's on to us.
Does your Pokemon have wings?
No.
Okay, I think I found it. If I'm not mistaken, you were thinking of Psyduck.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes.
Say that again.
Yes.
Can you repeat?
Yes. Yes.
Great. We found Psyduck. That was too easy.
That was like, okay, that was weird. Okay, it got really lucky with the, is it yellow? Like, it guessed the, it got really lucky and guessed the color right away. That was really clean. That was like 3 questions. And then it asked about the long beak, and then if it has the long beak but doesn't have wings, then it must be Psyduck. Like, I don't think there's anyone else that has the long beak and no wings. Listen to me, call me love, listen to me, love, listen to me. Oh. The Pokeball read your mind, for real, for real. Going by color, I mean, it got really lucky by asking the right color first, you know? Because like sometimes it asks like every color. It'd be like, is it yellow? Is it red? Is it purple? Is it blue? Like it will keep just asking, you know? Still love me. Need some LSA. Is everyone gonna play the DLC? When I look back on Scarlet Violet, I had a good time with it, but like I don't know. I was like it just like brought such a bad taste to my mouth, you know? It's like so I still can't believe that the game was released like that, you know? Like it was just so it was in such a bad state. Um I don't even know if they fixed it now. Like I haven't tried to play it again in like many months, so like I don't know if they like improved the performance or not. They well, I guess I'll find out when I play the DLC, but it was just very tragic. Listen to me. Can't believe all games nowadays require DLC or additional add-ons for money. I mean, it doesn't require it; it's optional. um, I mean, if it requires it, it's kind of annoying. But like, I don't know. It's just like, I mean, to be fair, to give them credit though, like the Sword and Shield DLC was actually quite worth the money. Like it was $30 for both, I think, and it was like quite a bit of content, like Isle of Armor, um, Crown Tundra, and then they each had their own story quests, and then they had like additional like game modes and stuff like that. Like it was actually like I think that was worth the money. But I guess we'll see about the Scarlet Violet one because it's more money, and I don't think there's gonna be more content than that. Having to release a game with every season of the anime makes for some rush games. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. It's really like, yeah, they can't. It's a very there's a lot of other things depending on it. Well, you don't really get the full experience. Depends on the game though. Some games like the DLC is not very necessary. The song feels like forever since Jenny released it. It's been 4 years. Oh, it's almost at 1 billion views. Let's go. I still love this song though. How many hours of play did you need to log for the Sword and Shield DLC? I think you need to finish the game. So finishing the game is probably less than 20 hours, I believe. Actually, no. For Isle of Armor, I believe you just need to get to the first wild area. And there's like this rival that you fight. But she or he can be quite strong. So you might have to level up a bit. And welcome in, Merrick. How are you? Yeah, it's still a banger, honestly. Going la 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 la. I've actually been hearing this song a lot because Jenny was on this like variety show a little while back called Village Survival, and it was like right when she was promoting this song, so they're like playing it a lot. Like every time she's on screen, they're like playing solo, and I'm like, okay, fair, fair. But I've been hearing it a lot because of that. Now I'm going slow. When the games are 2D, development times are faster, they can keep up with the anime easier. Yeah, and they were more proficient at the 2D development, right? That's why Gen 35, because they're the most expensive games in the series. Honestly, also they were like too ambitious. Like I think it was like I think that's like part of their like it was just like partly incompetence on their part. Um, but it's just like I don't know. Like because like it was like way too big. Like it was way too big for the Switch and for their capabilities, right? Finally got a shiny Mew. Let's go. Let's go. What color is shiny Mew? Yeah, congrats. I was actually reminiscing on my Cynthia fight recently. It's the shade of blue. Oh, okay. Well, I would be able to tell the difference in that one. It's so cute. Mew is adorable. I have a Mew in Sword and Shield, but like, I don't really use it. It's like it's Korean. Chris gave it to me, and it's like it's a Korean one. So I can't change the name. It's just Mew. It says Mew in Korean, but I can't change the name or anything. So it will always be Korean. Now look at me. Mew, now look at me. I think you can get Mew in. I got Mew in like Shining Pearl or something like that. Yeah, Korean Mew. Exactly, exactly. It's in a Pokemon chat. Honestly, honestly. Ooh, it is cute. Mew is adorable, honestly. The Mew event is still on in Scarlet Violet. Oh, that's why I got the Mew. I see. Yeah, I haven't opened Scarlet Violet. If I was gonna play another Pokemon game again, it would probably be Sword and Shield. I still, I know people have like mixed opinions on Sword and Shield, but I still enjoy it a lot. You went through a lot to get the shiny Mew. How many non-shiny Mews did you go through? Sword and Shield are good. I'm glad you agree. It was just enjoyable to play. Like I had a great time with it, and I haven't had a great time with other Pokemon games in comparison. Look at me, how you like that? Oh, sorry, I thought it was a rap. I was ready. I was like, I was ready with the rap. Benya sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Only Pokemon games with Raihan in them. Raihan's quite strong. I was just like looking at his team and stuff the other day, and like Raihan's fairly strong. Even though he only uses half dragon types, which is very confusing. And he uses Flygon. I had the whole issue with Flygon. You guys know my Flygon is my nemesis in Pokemon, you know? Gen 8 brought quite a few nice improvements, enjoyed them too. Exactly, exactly. And like it's only one where I'm like enjoyed like building a team and stuff like that. I like properly built like a full team, you know? Apart from Larry, they just haven't made gym leaders as cool as the Sword and Shield ones after it. Yeah, and like the Pokemon Sword and Shield gyms are so much fun. They're so hype that like I feel like they should just keep it like I know it's like based off like I know it's based off like like football like kind of like a football match or something like that, but like I like it's just not the same, because like it felt like such a big deal to do a gym challenge in Sword and Shield, and it was so much fun. And then like, but yeah, I don't think the Sword and Shield, or sorry, the Scarlet Violet gym leaders were super memorable. Like maybe Iono and yeah, Larry. I mean, obviously Larry, but like I feel like Sword and Shield were generally like likable and like or generally memorable characters and likable characters. Um, and but some of them obviously like kind of like fade into the background, like Milo or Kabu or like I'm sure there's a few that like people just like forget about, but like in general, I think it's fairly enjoyable. No, I remember Gordy, but not in a good way. Usually, the first Pokemon game you play is memorable. I mean, probably. But for me, that's Sword and Shield. But like, I've played other games after Sword and Shield, and I did not enjoy them. Like, not even like, oh, like I like Sword and Shield better, but like I just didn't have fun with them like as a game. Um, It might sound crazy, but you went outside this week. Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna stay inside until next week. So I'm hibernating before I need to go touch grass. You know. But I honestly, I mean, like I don't even have nostalgia towards Sword and Shield, right? It's still like quite new. I don't think it's a nostalgia thing for sure. Um, but I'm really glad. Like I'm really glad the first Pokemon game I played with Sword and Shield. Because if I'd played like if I'd waited till like Diamond and Pearl, like the remake, to play Pokemon for the first time, I would not be a Pokemon fan. I'd be like, Pokemon sucks. Like I actually hate Pokemon. So I'm glad I played Sword and Shield first. It's definitely a good one to start off with too. Like a good, in my opinion, a really good introduction to the series. Because it doesn't have like a lot of the annoying parts. You got to this Mew from Pokemon Red on the 3DS. You normally can't encounter Mew, but a glitch you can catch it. But the Mew is considered a digit Pokemon, so you couldn't transit to home. So with a bit of item manipulation, out of balance shenanigans, and a very specific Pokemon requirement, you made this Mew legit and turned into a shiny. So you're hacking, Protect. You're cheater. You're a cheater. The Pokemon League committee will have a word with you. I dare you. Can share a bit if you want. Of course, of course. You're planning on regarding GoFest, but the rain's been pouring. Hope you can get some hours in tomorrow. I wish the rain was pouring here. Um, so hacking is this was all done within the game. You can hack within the game. I guess it's not hacking. It's just cheating. It's just cheating. Storms have been nuts. Oh yeah, yeah. There's a lot of storms happening right now. I hope it moves up here though. Like we kind of need it here, and for a different reason. Not cheating since those games are so breakable. I mean, true, true. Those games are pretty broken. They're held together with like a glue stick, you know. Better act like you know, boy. Better act like you know, boy. Yeah, I don't know. I just really like Sword and Shield. I just enjoy playing it. Um, I think I just don't like a lot of the stuff that's in the other Pokemon games. So it's just like it's a personal preference. But I'm really glad I started with Sword and Shield. But I think we've talked about this before. But I have a hard time classifying myself as like a Pokemon fan, like a Pokemon game fan, because like I think in general I don't like it, but like I do have some except. I think I like the newer ones for sure. But like you can't. I would rather like never play the old ones. There's some heavy rains here so far. Hopefully we don't get thunder or wind. Yeah, hopefully not. Um, you won't want to show a bunch of them to Scarlet. That's okay. It's okay. Um, I don't mind. I'm gonna play Scarlet and Violet again, like in a couple weeks or in a few weeks. When I get back from my break, I'll play the DLC. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to meeting Perrin. Perrin and taking pictures. I'm so excited. I love taking pictures. But hopefully it's not like Pokemon Snap. Because we all know how I feel about Pokemon Snap. I hate it. You going on a break? I am. Just for a couple weeks. Starting next weekend. Vicky just came back from Japan. I came back from Japan. And then I went to Europe and then I came back from Europe. So you missed one. You missed one. I just came back from Europe like almost 2 months ago. Are you traveling anywhere? No, I'm done. I went. I've traveled twice internationally in the last like 6 months. So last like yeah, like last 6 months. So I'm not traveling. I'm superior to Mewtwo, but Mewtwo is uglier. No offense, Mewtwo. Mew is so cute. Europe doesn't exist in the mind of a weeb, only Japan. True, true. Europe isn't the place. You went to Europe? I did, I did. I went to France, Italy, and Greece. at the start of July. Doesn't matter what you hate me, hate or love. What is your favorite to rank those countries? I feel like I didn't spend enough time in them to be able to accurately rank them. It depends on what by what metric. Food metric, Greece, Italy, France. Sorry. Um, but I think I did more things. I had the most time in Italy, so I did the most things there, and it was very pretty. So I think in terms of like, I really did not have much time in Greece. By the way, it was like a day and a half. So I don't think I can accurately judge it. But I had a, and it was 40 degrees. It was 40 degrees. So I can't say for sure, but I really enjoyed the food I had. Um, but like, I enjoyed Italy a lot. It was really pretty. And we can't do French food. I mean, like I feel like actual French food seems like very very fancy, but like a lot of one of my coworkers French, and I was asking her about French food, and she was like, honestly, we don't really eat like French food. We just eat like Italian food or like other countries' food. I'm like, oh, okay, I see. Um, so I don't think they're as like defined with their cuisine, you know. Only France had you in it. Fair enough, fair enough. But they didn't ask me to rank the visitors, you know. I won't rank my friends. I draw the line. Only thing to eat in France is baguette. True. Baguette is very good. I agree. I know. Did your hotel have AC? Yes. Yes, absolutely. Don't worry. You love Greek mythology, took class in uni for the fun of it. You love to see the Colosseum. I saw the. I went to the Acropolis and we saw like a bunch of things. Um, I do like Greek mythology as well. It's like asking you if you always eat Japanese food. No, I didn't eat. I didn't ask her if she always eats French food. I asked her what French food she would recommend when I like that I eat when I go there. You know. But if you ask Japanese people in Japan if they always eat Japanese food, the answer would be yes. So it depends on the country, honestly. Um, but like, yeah, I was trying to ask for recommendations. She was like, we don't really have that. Like, I don't really have anything to recommend. So I was like, okay. No swearing, please. Keep it family friendly. Um, you've been reading Stephen Fry's Greek mythology books recently. Oh, let's go, let's go. No one's gonna call myself on the Colosseum had nothing to do with Greece. Yeah, I was kind of confused by that. I was like, I don't remember Colosseum, but I don't want to be like wrong. I don't want to correct someone, but being wrong. You know, I wasn't entirely sure. I was like, there's like a Parthenon, you know, but I was like, I wasn't sure what they're referring to. Made fun of me for being a stickler about Roman Greek distinctions. It's fine, it's fine. They say of the Acropolis where the Parthenon is, they say, wait, what? They also say of the Acropolis where the Parthenon is that there are no straight lines. There's no straight lines there? What does that mean? Yeah, I don't know. And welcome in, Jamie. It's nice to see you too. How are you? It's a QI reference. The heck is QI? QI. Question. Question. Interesting. That must be it. That's it. Um, it means everything is at a skewed angle. Oh, like the angles. I see. I see. Maybe I don't know. I didn't pay attention to that. I was too busy dying in the 40 degrees. And welcome in, ex Angel, looking professional. I look like a professional like tennis player golfer, right? Because I am. It's our last stream for a while. Nope. We still have Sunday and Monday. Don't worry. Stephen Fry also stumbled on that sentence. I was confused. Did they give you frogs to eat in France, so you rate it low now? I would love to try frogs, but I didn't try any. QI is a vital life force that flows through all things according to Chinese medicine. Oh, qi? Why is it all in caps? Um, is that what they're referring to? Wait, what? Oh, I guess that makes sense. Like the angles. Is that what you mean? It's very peaceful out here at 9:40 p.m. Nice, nice. That's good. It's peaceful. We're having a good evening. Oh, you're just walking home. Ah, I see. I see. You're outside. I just don't know what QI said. Oh. I thought you were being serious. I was like, I guess that makes sense. Like maybe it's like, you know, it's like good. It's like good vibes. Oh, quite interesting. Wait, I was actually close. Wait, you didn't even give me credit for being actually quite close when I just randomly guessed. I said question interesting. That actually I actually had it almost right, half right. I just totally guessed. Well, I actually knew. I actually believe that though. I thought it was like feng shui, like like it shouldn't be at right angles. I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That did seem right. Okay, okay, I understand now. I understand. Quite interesting. I see. Why you just write that? Who shortens that? I don't know the British panel show. I know. Oh, cause I just. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm like way off. I know you. What were we even talking about? Now I'm confused. I'm confused. Where does everyone want to travel if you could pick one place? I don't know. I don't know which place I would. People kept asking me like which place I would want to go back to, but I'm not really sure. It's so far. It's so far. Tokyo, only Tokyo. Most people say Japan, you know, not just Tokyo. Italy. Oh, okay, okay. People who owe you a version, they're SG. I like SG. I think we should use SG. Is it gooses or geese though? Venice scaring people, but the radiation water? Wait, is there radiation water? My family lives there. Is there water irradiated? Well, I'm going to Japan like probably next year so at some point. So I'm gonna be drinking the radiation water. Japan is releasing into the ocean. Oh, that doesn't sound great, honestly. But I guess where else can you release it? I guess no, you just have to bury it. You just have to bury it underwater, you know. Bottle it inside. That sounds illegal. And bye bye. Thank you so much for the 25 months. How have you been? How are you? And you want to go to Austria. Vienna is recognized as one of the best cities in the world. Ooh, that's interesting one. Welcome in, Danny. But yeah, I didn't think about that one either. I haven't really thought much about traveling to Europe. I just went to those places because I like knew people in those places. I don't have a very strong opinion though about um I think for me in Europe, I just want to go to Italy and Greece. But for me, I like traveling just for food. I travel to eat. I feel like like people travel for a variety of reasons. Some people travel for like culture. Some people travel for like sightseeing. Some people travel to like see activities. Some people travel to relax. I definitely just travel to eat. We're good. How am I doing these days? I'm doing pretty good. Thank you so much for the 25 months. I appreciate it. Um, I'm glad you've been well. I've been to NYC. It's an okay place. Central Park is nice to explore. I have been to NYC. It was okay, yeah. It was okay. I think it's kind of like dirty. But I love Broadway. I really love Broadway musicals, so I would definitely go back at some point just to see those. But I wouldn't. I don't care about the city. I really don't care about the city. And there's really nowhere. No offense to Americans, but there's nowhere in America that I really want to go. Unless there's like something there. Like unless there's like something I want to attend, like or like some actual like activity or something I want to do. Like for example, like Broadway. Um, you watched Beauty and the Beast twice on Broadway from school trip. Well, I wouldn't see the same one twice. I hope it was good though. Um, why did they make you see it twice? Or was it just like separate school trips that were unrelated? I saw in Vancouver here. I saw some on school trips as well. Like we just like went out to see it on school with school. We saw In the Heights, and In the Heights is so good. I was so glad I got to see that. And we saw Billy Elliot. No, I saw that one on my own. What was it? In the Heights, and I guess no, we went to see like an orchestra, but they were like performing Broadway songs. I think that was what it was. Oh, did you? I didn't know this till like I found this out yesterday, but like the symphony orchestra is doing a Zelda concert here this like in Vancouver this weekend. I literally had no idea. That actually would have been cool to go to, but I didn't realize. Um, actually, would have maybe I wouldn't recognize the songs. But what if they played Malomart? What if Malomart was on the set list? I would have to go. Um, it's true, nothing special about America nowadays. Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, maybe like more like nature things would be nice, but I don't. I'm not a person that travels somewhere just for nature. I'm not a like. I know some people want to go see like the national parks and stuff like that, but like I don't care that much. Like I wouldn't specifically go into like the Grand Canyon. It was like once during elementary school and then once again in middle school. I guess like they're like, oh, let's find like a family friendly one for everyone to watch, you know? I guess that's fair. But we got to see In the Heights, so I'm happy about that. um, and then I think when we were in Chicago, we saw Million Dollar Quartet, which is like the one about like Elvis and Johnny Cash. Like I was like, it was like kind of random. It was just like all like Elvis, like they're all their music, and we were like, none of us like really, only like a few of us would actually know because we're like young. America's Yellowstone, which is one of the most interesting places in the world. Yeah, I guess like America has like a lot of nice national parks and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just wouldn't go out of my. I just wouldn't go all the way to see that because we have a lot of we have a lot of nature here. So it's like for me, it doesn't feel super worth. Like if I live somewhere where like it wasn't like that, then I feel like it'd be more worth to like travel specifically to a place like that. But like we have so much here. We really have so much here. Um, you've only ever flew over the Grand Canyon. I went to Vegas, but I didn't go to the Grand Canyon. We didn't go. I don't really feel the need to travel to sightsee. I'd much rather go where friends are. Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way because it's like, for me, like, most of my traveling is to Japan, right? And it's like, for me, I'd rather, like, I would never sacrifice, like, I would always first plan to go see my family, right? Like, when I'm making travel plans for the year, the first priority is to see my family, right? Um, so that, like, that's already a big international trip. I usually go for like 2.5 weeks. Um, so like that obviously comes first. Like I care more about seeing my family than I do about seeing new places, right? But then after that, if I have like time and stuff left over, then then like I would do stuff like go to Europe. But I literally just went to places that I knew my friends would be. Um, what about the Grand Canyon? Oh, now we're talking. Um, think to bring back airships. You want to explore the world from the sky? Like airships, like the really big ones. If Miji wants to see Yellowstone, she can go to Banff instead. Banff is so pretty. But Banff is so. We were just talking about it last week. It was so. It's Banff is so expensive. It's like $1,000 a night for the hotels. Family, friends, strangers, chat. I mean, chat is like not that far off strangers, but I think. I mean, why would I put strangers above chat? Like, I mean, like, you mean like complete like random strangers on the street? I don't know. But like to visit people, I guess like I'm not gonna visit strangers or chat. You know, like it's not the same thing. Um, but yeah, sure, sure. Yeah, I would definitely. I definitely like to visit my family. Seattle would be cool for a weekend trip. I've been to Seattle so many times though, but I guess I haven't been in like a good like 5 years. Maybe it's probably changed a lot. Surely friends and chat are one and the same. Don't encourage them. Don't encourage them. It's not the same. People won't understand the difference. Or people won't understand that you're joking. Banff has nice mountains and lakes, but not scalding hot water shooting on the ground. Huh? There's hot water shooting out of the ground? Like a hot spring, you mean? Banff does have hot springs. Agua caliente! See? Social, yeah. Um, do you even know what Yellowstone is? No. Yellowstone is geysers. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I'm learning, I'm learning. The question indicates you don't. I definitely don't, I definitely don't. You got me, you got me. But I don't need to know what it is to know that I don't want to go. Or like, no, okay, sorry. It's not that I don't want to go. Like, I'm sure, like, if I went there, I would be like, this is great. You know, like, I don't doubt that. But like, I just have other places I'd rather go than like a national park, right? Like, I'm not super into like seeing like going somewhere just to see a pretty view or see like nature things, right? Like, I'm just not super into that. Um, I think like I would have other places I want to go first. Christianity is a parasocial relationship? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like, if it were true, I feel like it's different. Cause like, if you're like parasocial but like Pokemon, she can't possibly know everyone, right? But if God were real, surely he could, right? Like, it's like he's like a like it would be like a very it's like a supernatural entity, right? Maybe maybe like he can't know that many people. I don't know. Like, surely if you believe that, it'd be the opposite. But I guess like if you're going off like the assumption that like if it like okay God if God isn't real then it's like it's not is it parasocial? It's like I feel like parasocial is like not the right word, you know. But like if it was true, then I think he would be able to know each person, right? If you were that powerful, I'm sure you'd have the capacity to do that. You could go to national park when you're older. True, true. Maybe yeah, maybe like the stuff I want to see will change. After I've traveled when I'm young, I travel to places and eat food when I'm young and hang out with friends. And then when I'm older, I'm like, screw food, screw friends. I'm just gonna look at pretty views, you know? Like I should look at them before I die or something. You like going to Montreal for anime conventions because I could fit in the hiking and sightseeing and eating all at once. True, true. Yeah, I guess like if you like if I was like yeah, like if I happened wherever Yellowstone is, wherever Yellowstone is, um, I would if I was in that area, I'm sure I would go. I'm sure I would go and look at it, you know. But like, I wouldn't specifically go there. And it also depends where it is. Like if it's in like a questionable state, then I probably wouldn't go at all. You know? But not to say like questionable state, but like if it's a state that I probably wouldn't visit. Like I don't think I could ever see myself going to like the south. Like I don't know if I would go to like Texas or Tennessee or something. Like I've never been to Yellowstone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look, I'm not American. I'm not American. I don't know these places. Went to London last year just to meet up with friends. It was a blast. Oh, sounds like a good time. I did that as well. Um, maybe we were there at the same time. I went to Europe last year and this year to meet up with friends, and it was great. Check it out, check it out. Like every convention has periods where panels are interesting, so I just take a break and check out some cool building or park and come back later. Yeah, that sounds nice. Take a break from the stinky anime convention. I'm on the next level. And I have no idea what you're talking about, Merrick. Okay. It's not really the place to discuss it. Japanese people love Singapore. Do they? I know my mom has been to Singapore. I know they love like not like everyone obviously like like in general like if, for popular tourist destinations to go from Japan, Hawaii, Hawaii like huge, and then also Holland. Don't know why. I'm like why Holland guys like it's not surely it's not that interesting but Holland. It's in Wyoming, not the south, but there isn't anything else there. The least populated state. Yeah, I don't even know. I can't even name a city in Wyoming. But welcome in, lad. How are you doing today? It's one of the most famous natural places in the world. It's like me saying I don't know the Eiffel Tower. I'm not from France. No. I think it's just there's a lot of really really famous places that people wouldn't be able to know where they were from. Um, I think it's like I just never took an interest in that. I'm sure there's people that don't know the Eiffel Towers in France. I'm sure. Or like if you gave them like other like oh like if you ask like someone in like Asia like what state is the Grand Canyon is, they might not know. Like I think it just like you know people have different knowledge about different things. Um, why it's so frustrating watching people be bad at Tears of the Kingdom? Are you including me in that? You like to go to Monaco, but it's most famous for casinos and coastline resorts. What do you want to do in Monaco? Have you ever been to Wisconsin? It's kind of like Canada. I have not been to Wisconsin, but why would I want to go somewhere that's like Canada? Surely it's like, what's the point? Hawaii weaves, true. They're like Haweaves. Hawaii's. Um, I live in the state with the second smallest population. I like to lord it over Wyoming. Nice, nice. I don't associate with people who are that close, at least I hope not. Yeah, I feel like the Eiffel Tower one might be a bit rough. But like, okay, maybe not like Eiffel Tower. Maybe like trying to think of a good example. I don't know. I don't think Yellowstone Park though is on the same level as Eiffel Tower in terms of ubiquity. And I think like a lot of it would be very Western central. So like yeah, for example, like I'm pretty sure like if I asked my relatives in Japan like what state what state like certain uh monuments are in, they wouldn't know. Um, Wisconsin has great cheese and beer since you like to travel to eat. I don't like beer or cheese. I am sorry. I like to travel to eat, but I don't think America is on any of those. I'm not a beer person, sorry. My sister lives in Vermont. I imagine it's kind of like Canada. I don't know. Feel the pain in you. Peace out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, maybe some things I wouldn't mind eating, but I wouldn't go specifically to America to be like, oh yeah, I would love to experience the American culture and eat the delicious American food. You know, like a lot of it's like other countries' food, right? Like, so like I'd probably go somewhere else first. Um, we have maple syrup in common with Canada in Vermont. American food like hamburgers, pizza, and taco. True, true, exactly. Pizza. Um, burgers and hot dog. I mean, burgers and hot dog are good, but we have that here, you know. And then also like, I mean, some things I would like. I think there's some things I would love. Like I like some American foods. Forgive me if it's not actually American. Cornbread, Southern barbecue, so good, so good. Those stuff are good. I think that was a joke. I think that was a joke that tacos and pizza are not American. I believe that was sarcastic. I bet your face isn't as stinky as yours. I'm not talking about Norway. I'm talking about America. I would eat the stinky fish. In Illinois is some of the best McDonald's. I ate McDonald's in Illinois, and then I asked for sweet and sour sauce with my McNuggets, and they're like, "We don't have that." And I was like, "America, what the heck?" Um, of all the food, you pick cornbread. Not all the food in the world. I mean, like American food. There's not that many like American foods. Like obviously, like pizza and pasta are not American. I don't know, hot dog. Hot dog. I mean, I do love corn dogs to be fair, but I wouldn't put that up there. I love cornbread, but I also love bread. But I would not put it like I'm not talking about all the food in the world. Um, America takes food from the world and makes them better. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Um, we are cultured. We share the world. Maybe, man. Okay. Peanut butter jelly. Oh, true. Mac and cheese. Philly cheesesteak. Oh, yeah, yeah. We have those as well. Or did they have those as well? I don't like peanut butter though, so I can't partake. But mac and cheese, pretty good. Um, I've never had a Philly cheesesteak. I'm actually confused about what that is. And cornbread is like so dry. No, it's so good. It's so I love it. Cornbread is great. Let's go. Those gross Chicago deep dish pizzas. It's not the deep dish part that bothers me. It's the part. It's the sauce being on top. Like the sauce being on top of the cheese bothers me. Barbecue's from the American South. I think it's influenced by Native American food. Checks out, checks out. They probably stole it, yeah. But yeah, I mean, Southern barbecue is great. That was your best take in the last 30 minutes. I'm glad, I'm glad. I feel like we have very different opinions, Gilberto. Vegas probably has the most of the American food out there. What do you mean? Oh, sorry, most of the best American food? I don't know. I guess so, maybe. I'm saying we share cultural food, but so does Canada. Like you have food from many different cultures available, you mean? But that's not the same in every part of America. That's really not the same in any part of America. Like maybe in like the big cities. In the big cities, yes, there's many foods from different cultures, but like go to like I don't know, the middle of Wyoming or something, like you're not gonna have much. That's why like I wouldn't necessarily I don't think most people would be like, oh yes, America is so cultured, you know, like that's not usually how people use the word. Um Melted cheese steak on a big bun, like a sub bun. There's bread involved? It's a steak in the middle of a sub? I don't know about that. Um what about sweet corn? Wait, what? It's not the same in every part of Canada either. Canada has many cities. I know, I know. Canada's a bit I was never defending Canada though, honestly. Um, but yeah, it's like, I mean, Canada's a bit different. That's why I don't want to leave. Like, that's why I wouldn't want to leave like where I live now. It's like super super diverse. Um, we have like almost every type of food here, and like a lot of different cultures here. I really like that. I don't think I could live somewhere where it's just like white people or like only one culture. Like that's the one thing like when I go to Japan, I'm like the food is really really good. Don't get me wrong, like the food is amazing in Japan and I love eating so much in Japan. But it's also like it's only Japanese food, right? Like you don't get other cultures' food. So like it's very different. So like I mean I love like yeah, I love visiting. Many crops were domesticated in pre-Columbian America. Right, right. They get it's chopstick. Okay, okay, with a bunch of cheese on a bun. I mean, I thought it was something else. I don't know. I had a different image. I thought it was like a steak with something in it, like in the middle. I guess how would you do that? I like a weird. I just thought it was something else. I'd love to see indigenous American food, but it's just not the case. Even in Toronto, you can't find it. Yeah, I guess like someone has to be willing to like start a business and like sell it. You know, I guess it's hard to find. It's also really really expensive. I know. Yeah, that's the one really really big downside. It's amazing living here. It's beautiful. It's very multicultural. But yeah, it's very expensive. Cheese syringes. Yeah, that's how they do it. No, no, no. They just feed the cow the cheese. They just make the cow eat like an entire block of cheese. That's how it works, right? Do you think cows would eat cheese? Because cheese is technically made from their own milk. Could they eat that? Is that weird? I feel like that'd be so weird. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The reason I don't live somewhere like Vancouver is because I want to retire someday, not spend all your money on rent. That's a valid reason. That's a very valid reason. Um, what food items is Vancouver known for? I think we're known for good Asian food. It's not like Vancouver specific, but like yeah, good Asian food for sure. And then my muscles must have a bunch of cheese in them. They do, they do. I think a cow eating cheese is less weird than a cow eating beef. That's true, that's true. I feel like a cow eating cheese will be fine, but cow eating beef is a bit questionable. When I win the lottery someday. Yeah, yeah, fair enough. I don't know. I just grew up here, so I can't imagine myself leaving right now. Cheese is processed. What do you what? I didn't say we don't create it. Milk is for the cows is probably less weird than us eating it. Fair enough, fair enough. Feeding beef to cows is how they got mad cow disease. Why would they feed beef to cows? Like literally, why would you do that? You're just killing a cow to feed another cow. What's the point? That's so weird. Winning lottery sounds nice. I feel like it'd be such a headache though. I don't know. Like I mean like okay, obviously it would be nice. Like I'm not gonna complain about like free money basically, but like I feel like you would actually have so many issues. Like you have so much more issues than you realize. You moved all over the country since high school, going wherever I need for school and work. Fair enough. Do you have a favorite place? We decorate a super cow. Well, what would the super cow do? What makes it super? They would feed unused neuro tissue to feed other cow. Ew. You have a lot of new friends. True, true. Like a lot of people would be like, "Hey, like, long time no see. Like, I heard you won the lottery." You know, like, you'd have a lot of people asking you for money, and like, yeah, I feel like you would find out who your real friends are. You know, if you won the lottery. But obviously, like, I would never complain about having enough money to be like financially stable forever. And then yeah, you lose half from tax as well. More than enough in a way. You know I kinda like blow your mind. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you should feed cows beef anyway. That sounds kind of weird. Just seems wrong. Like, it sounds really gross. In the dark, me. Look before my feet. I think we should just leave the beef for the humans and not put it in Philly cheesesteak because that sounds weird. Why are you doing that? You know, like a steak sandwich sounds fine. It's not really my go-to. Like I wouldn't go for a steak sandwich. But like, why is it called a special thing if it's just steak with cheese? I don't get it. I thought it was something like more special than that. I guess my favorite place I've lived in is Atlanta. The rest of the state is dog water though. Atlanta's in the US by the way, in case you're not familiar. I do know of Atlanta, yeah. Oh, I will even go as far to say I'm pretty sure it's in Georgia. Yeah? Is that correct? I should have no idea though. I think it's pretty like I don't know, I feel like Americans are always surprised when like when people don't know like American states and stuff like that, but like we don't learn that. Like and why would we? Like I don't know, like we're not American, like we don't need to know the American states. And I'm pretty sure like 90% of Americans cannot list like half of the provinces in Canada. So like whatever. I don't know. They aren't very good. I'd rather just yeah, exactly. I'd rather just like enjoy the steak on its own. Like why put it in a sandwich? You know? You're so proud of me. Thanks. Yeah, I just can't be bothered to learn American geography. Like it doesn't matter. Um, geography whiz. Thank you, thank you. That's me. I'm actually pretty bad at geography. Not gonna lie. I feel like Americans don't even know the American state. Maybe, but like surely you get that like drilled into a school in America. Yeah, welcome in fate. I even tried to learn Canadian provinces, but I always forget. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we learn all the provinces in school, but we have a song for it. I know all the Canadian provinces, but I'm probably the exception that proves the rule. Yeah, I bet not a lot of people don't. Most Americans are clueless AF. Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it's the same anywhere. I guess like I think because like there's so much like American history and stuff to learn that maybe they don't have enough time to learn other stuff. But honestly, I think like sometimes like general knowledge, kind of like trivia stuff like that is not like that important. It doesn't really actually signify like your intelligence, you know? You'd be surprised like some really really smart people don't know some really obvious things. Like there's always like a moment like everyone has that like one thing that is like so obvious, but they just like never knew or something, you know? Or you just grew up thinking it and you thought it was true, but like even if you're like generally smart. Um, Labrador, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, BC, Ottawa. Yeah, those are all Mooseland. Yeah, that's my favorite one. There's 50 states. Yeah, the 50 is a lot. 50 is a lot. I could probably like name them all, given enough time, and if you told me if some of my answers are wrong, because I would definitely accidentally list cities. Like sometimes I accidentally think a city is a state. The cows have us outnumbered. Oh no. Geography knowledge depends on where you live, plus some general knowledge. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, a lot of general knowledge is like memorizing stuff. Like I don't think it's I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal. You can always look it up. Like we have so much access to information. Like you don't need to memorize it. You can just look it up. All the cities have more people than entire states. Probably, yeah, probably. Yeah, like a lot of and like history knowledge depends on where you live, right? Like Americans like be like, oh, like you don't know like these presidents or something. Like you're like not American. Like I'm sure you wouldn't be able to like name or like, you wouldn't know like the history of like China or something. Like like there's only so much information you can learn. Washington D.C. has a bigger population than my state. Fair enough. It's nice to know a little about geography if you meet people from different places. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel like learning it naturally is great too. Like not just like memorizing random things, but like learning about the history of places and stuff like that can be really valuable. But you can't just like obviously like it shouldn't be expected that people know like whatever history. Um, my favorite animal used to be cows. They thought it was funny. Cool. I'm sorry, I have nothing to say to that. Um, we can't name anyone except the current prime minister of Canada. I can definitely name more presidents than I can prime ministers. But I think that's also different. That's like that is one like obviously America is not the center of the world, but America is a very like powerful nation, right? So like a lot of times the president might be more relevant than the prime minister here, right? I can only name like two. Like I can name the current one, Justin Trudeau, and I can name the one before, like Stephen Harper. But I think like Canadian prime minister, they're prime minister for a long time. So I think that's like pretty much my lifetime. Because I'm not sure when Stephen Harper got elected. It must have been when I was quite young. It's not like America where it's like four, 4 8 years. Yeah, because he started in 2006. So like from 2006 to now, there's only been two. That's Hollywood exports a lot of culture. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Like a lot of people know a lot about America, but it doesn't necessarily involve like the states or like geography or stuff like that or history, stuff like that. I couldn't have named Harper. It's okay. It's okay. Is Drake the most famous person from Canada? Probably not. Probably not these days. Maybe like Ryan Reynolds, Justin Bieber. I would say are more famous. Or I don't know. Um, but it's 6 years and then just reflected. I don't think there actually isn't a limit. I believe Canada doesn't have a limit, but they just rely on them becoming so unpopular at a certain point that they just get voted out. I think that's how it works. Usually just flips back and forth. Um, I'm older than me too, so I remember Jacques Chrétien. I'd never heard of that person in my life. I know Justin Trudeau has a father though that I mean obviously he's a father, but he was like he did something as well. I can't remember. I forgot Bieber was Canadian. How could you forget? Yeah, he is our national treasure. And Celine Dion. Celine Dion. Who else? Jim Carrey, I believe, is also Canadian. What's the one before Harper? Yeah, I'm assuming. I assume that. Yeah, I wouldn't even know. And I know like the first one from like history class. I think it's like John A. McDonald or something. How should I know I'm not Canadian? The same way I don't know National Yellowstone Park. Drake and Cody. I have no idea who that is. Um, I know they're not. I know they're not the same thing. Don't even come for me. Don't even come for me. Um, Made you flexing Justin Bieber? I don't know if I want to flex him, but he is quite famous. He is quite famous. Cher? Is Cher Canadian? Are you sure? No, this is American. Just shares an American singer, actress, in television. Yeah, I don't think. I think she was born. It says she was born in California. Are you sure? I'm talking about maybe. Are you talking about Celine Dion? Does Bieber make music still? I think so. I think he had an album like a few years ago, but I think he got like married or something. I'm thinking of Celine. Oh, yeah, Celine Dion, our national treasure. Yes, I think she. Yeah, she's definitely up there as well. But these days, like Ryan Reynolds is so popular. You know? Who else? Who else? Didn't we look this up before? Like famous Canadian celebrities, famous Canadians in general. How about that? Celine Dion number one, Jim Carrey, Avril Lavigne, Seth Rogen. Oh, I remember this list was like not that accurate. Jim Carrey. Yeah, Jim Carrey is definitely up there. Some of these like things were like actually quite wrong. Yeah, Drake, obviously. I don't know. Neil Young? He's originally from Toronto. Sure, yeah, we'll take it. I'll take it. Neil Young. Some of these are definitely not Canadian. Yeah, I think that's about it. Those are like the most famous ones, you know? But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. We'll take it. We'll take it. George St. Pierre. That sounds vaguely. Oh, yeah, it's definitely not familiar then. MMA champ. Don't know who that is. I'm sure he's very famous. I saw on Instagram. Or I saw on Instagram. Um, Jungkook from Running Man and Jay Park. Um, from Jay Park. They were going to cheer on an MMA match as well. I don't know the MMA fighter's name. Tripping the butterflies. Miju, without Miju without Miju without like what? What? I'm sorry, Nivian. I'm having a lot of trouble with your sentences. Miju, the most famous Canadian influencer. Can I be the most famous Canadian? Me, Celine Dion. Me, Celine Dion. Besties. I want you to hear me say. Um, Miju wouldn't like GSP. Oh, wouldn't like GSP. He's a weeb. Oh, that's gross. Yeah, I don't like that. I like that. I like the MMA fighters that were on Physical 100. That's the only ones I know. Or if they're on Running Man. The MMA guy was like they call him Korean Zombie, but I can't remember his actual name. Joan Slimmy, best singer from Canada. She's not from Canada. She's like slightly Canadian, but that's not really how it works. I don't know. Her dad is like Dutch Canadian, but she wasn't like I don't think she grew up in Canada at all. Don't insult yourself by putting Celine in the same sentence as you. Oh yeah, yeah. So poor. Yeah, I mean Celine, just not on the same level, of course. Oh, Korean Zombie retired today. It was emotional. He got KO'd too. Oh no. He retired? He didn't seem that old. He was on Running Man like a few like last year or something like that. I thought he was quite young. But maybe he was there with like Akiyama, like Chu Sung-un. So maybe he didn't seem that old, but I don't know. Maybe he got injured. Mm. I'm disappointed that Elon Musk uh, versus Zuckerberg MMA fight didn't happen. That would have been such a like sad fight, you know? Guarantee I gotcha. She was born in Canada? I thought she grew up in Korea. But um she talked about like she got like bullied in school in Korea. I'm sorry, I didn't know she was born there. Guarantee I gotcha. Athletes usually retire in their 30s, their bodies so utterly so broken. Okay. I thought like Chi Sung-un was still fighting though. But maybe not. Maybe he's too old. Apparently Zuckerberg actually trains for MMA. Wait, does he actually? Wait, that would have been exciting. No, he would actually win for sure. Elon Musk sounds like an ex-branded breakfast oatmeal. It sounds gross. It sounds like a cereal that would get really soggy. He's not bad. You couldn't believe it. That's funny. He doesn't give me that vibe. That's so funny. According to Wikipedia, she was born in Canada, then moved back and forth throughout her life between Canada and Korea. Oh, I didn't know that. The more you know. So she is Canadian, yeah. I would classify that as Canadian. They might have a hard time with bullying in Korea. Yeah. I just remember her talking about that, so I just assumed she grew up there. But her English is quite good. I just thought she just like spoke English with her dad, you know? Um, they have videos of his fights. It's not bad. Dude does his stuff. Nice. Oh, people have a hard time with bullying in Korea, though, even native Koreans. Yeah. I heard it's really bad. It's kind of concerning. I've heard a lot about that, and they always make like it's always like in like K drama and stuff like that. Like they always portray it like that, and I'm like, oh, it sounds a bit intense. Go like there was that really popular drama recently, like The Glory, right? And it was like based off a true story. They like actually burned her with like a curling iron. Like that's like really messed up. Yeah. It sounds a bit. They're probably under a lot of pressure, like the kids. If it's anything like school in Japan, which I think it is kind of similar, the kids are under so much pressure to do well. And it's like ridiculously intense from when they're like 12. And it's like really competitive and stuff. Like it's just like not a good environment. Like they shouldn't be under that much pressure so young. Yeah, Nubius is never gonna be that bad. I'm sure they'd rather be burned with a curling iron. But yeah, it's a lot of pressure for the kids to like do well in school and stuff. It's pretty intense. Yeah, it's obviously awful for their mental health. I'm glad school here. I'm glad. Sorry, I'm like getting sick. The school here is like really chill, and like I'm okay with it being intense. Like a lot, like I don't know, like a lot of I don't mind if it's like intense once I get to university because I'm already like kind of an adult and like you kind of just learn to deal with it and like it's fine. Creates a lot of cultural differences. You want to visit there, but all that stuff I feel would be too risky. What do you mean by risky? It's a pretty safe place to visit. You know the cultural standards. We're just visiting. Should be fine. Just don't be like use common sense. Don't be rude. Um, yeah, exactly. It's just starting university. Because like at that point you're an adult. You need to like learn how to like problem solve and work hard and stuff like that. I think it's fine. And like university is a bit more serious. Like you might actually need to learn some of the stuff, right? Remember to drink a potion if you get sick. I haven't taken medicine, so it's okay. I wish I could have a potion and just get better though. Um, supportive parents are probably especially valuable for them. Yeah, I mean like there are supportive parents obviously, but not everyone. Obviously, the people who are like bullying are probably not having supportive parents, right? Negative friends, a lot of stuff is common here is offensive there. You'll be fine. A lot of stuff is like really sensationalized. Like, oh, don't do these things in Japan. Don't do these things in Korea. It's fine. Like, just be like reasonable. Like just don't be like obnoxious when you're there. Like, you'll be fine. Especially if you're just like going just to if you're just going to like visit on a vacation, it's fine. And they obviously know you're not Korean. It's like not a big deal. Um, just don't be disrespectful in general. Hurt people, hurt people. Yeah, exactly. Feel like people exaggerate. I mean, like, there's those videos that are like really, really popular about like 10 things not to do in Japan. And like, I watched Trash Taste, right? And the guy that does those videos, like, abroad in Japan, like he was like it's obviously like sensationalized. Like he even says that. Like it's just like clickbait, right? That's how he makes his money. How about talking on the phone in trains in Japan? It's fine. It's fine. You'll be okay. I mean, like, don't do it if you don't have to, but like, you'll feel awkward doing it. You actually will feel awkward doing it because the train is so quiet. Obviously, there are people who talk on the phone, like on the train, but like, if you suddenly have to, like a quick phone call, that was like if you're like, oh yeah, I'm almost there, bye. Like that's fine. If you're just talking forever, like, oh my god, like, did you hear about like what this happened? You're like being really loud. I think if you have if you have any shame, you'll be like, this train is like so quiet. Um, like the train is so quiet. Like if you might feel uncomfortable talking. But like a quick conversation, obviously, it's fine. And like you're not gonna like like arrested for like like speaking on the train or talking on the phone on the train or something like that. Like it's fine. No one cares that much. They'll go to South Korea and shout "konnichiwa" and you'll be true, true. I would recommend not doing that. Yes. You saw one about colored tattoos, made you laugh. I mean, like, it's pretty tattoos are pretty taboo in Japan, but if you're a foreigner, they don't care. Like, it's only for like Japanese people it's an issue. Like, if you show up and you're like covered in tattoos, people might look at you, right? Like, people might be like, oh, that's like a person has a lot of tattoos. They might like look at you or be like scared or something like that. But like, it, you'll be fine. Like, just live your life. People will probably stare anyway. People like Japan is very like homogenous, so if you're kind of like out of the norm, then people might stare anyway. Um, do they tip at restaurants in Japan? No, no, you don't need to tip. That's the beauty of being American. We have no shame. Okay, just learn shame, learn shame. I don't have a lot of shame either. I'm not a very self conscious person. But I try to generally be respectful. We would trust people, they know how to behave abroad, not everyone has a desired level of understanding. True. That's why you watch Abroad in Japan video. 10 things not to do in Japan. Um, but you can't go to onsens with tattoos. It depends on the onsen. Like a lot of onsens might not let you, but like an onsen catered towards like foreigners would probably be fine. Um, especially if you are a foreigner, like if you don't like Japanese, like it might be a bit more lenient, but it would probably depend on it probably depend on the onsen. If you have a small tattoo, you could just cover it up, like a bandage or something like that. It's totally fine. Um, you envy Japan and China for how good their train systems are. It's one pathetic thing in the U.S. In Korea too. I was in South Korea briefly, and like in Seoul at least, the train system was really great. It's really really nice. And Japan is so good, but it's obviously only in the big cities. Like I normally go to my mom's hometown, and there's no trains. There's zero trains. So it's just like but if you're like sightseeing, if you're going to like Tokyo, Osaka, stuff like that, the train system is so great. Um, when I was younger, I got a neck tattoo. Even turtlenecks don't cover it, but it's a heritage tattoo, so I feel like it'd be fine. I mean, they don't care about the content of the tattoo. That doesn't actually matter. But you'll be fine. Like if you have a tattoo, you have a tattoo. Like it's not like you can remove it. Like I mean, you can, but like obviously it would make sense to remove it just to go to Japan. Like you're just gonna people might like look at it, but you're not gonna be like in trouble or anything like that. You just might not be able to go to onsen, like a hot spring. I'm sure you can like Google like a onsen that would let you in though if you really want to go to one. Um, I imagine it's good in Korea too. Yeah, I think it is. Videos like that are a bit exaggerated, making some common sense out of them. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. But it's like it's not that serious, you know. Like it's not like oh you can get like kicked out of the country, you know. There's literally zero trains with the population of the Wonsum town. There's trains that like leave the city, but there's no trains like within the city. I don't know the population. It can't be that many. It's like not like the tiniest city, but it's it's like a probably like there's like the top cities in Japan, and then like slightly smaller cities. It'd probably be like maybe one or two below that, something like that. It's not like a tiny village or anything like that, but it's not that big. I mean, but like most cities outside the big ones don't have like a train system. They even make sensational videos like that about Canada. Don't make fun of Tim Hortons. Yeah, I've never seen a video like that. That's what I heard. Don't know hot springs. I don't plan on it. Yeah, I mean, it's not you're not missing out that much. It's not like thing like some people really just want to try it, but it doesn't matter. Watch a video about Poland. Someone said we kiss bread out of respect. Oh, you don't kiss your bread? What do you mean? You're Polish. You have to. That's funny. Yeah, I don't think there's any like customs here. Yeah, you were you were disrespecting the bread. In the US, only like 30 cities have remotely usable train systems. It's probably like in Japan, it's probably like most big cities would have it. But there's not that many big cities. But trains are definitely more common there. But like in my mom's hometown too, like for example, like it's like America, you have to drive. Like you can't get anywhere if you don't drive. We just want to respect customs. Yeah, of course, of course. It's nice to want to be respectful, but don't let it like scare you from especially a country like a very safe country like Japan or Korea. Like you'll be fine. Like you just don't worry too much. You'll be fine. You can do some research beforehand, obviously, if you're worried. Um, but yeah, it'll be okay. There's like it's a very popular tourist destination, so you won't be alone. There's definitely some countries where you have to be really careful. Like I heard like India and stuff like that are really difficult to travel to because of like the cultural differences, and you have to be like very careful. Or like for example, like a country where you actually might get arrested for doing something like you might not expect. Um, or like for example, I mean, or like some things you should definitely research. Like if you have to bring like medication in to countries, you should always research that because like that might be something they actually might like detain you for. Um, because you don't know if like say like you take like ADHD medication or something like that. Like you never know if like that's actually illegal in the country you're trying to go to. Um, I think you should respect food in general, not waste it, but you have some wild content. I mean, you should kiss the bread too, so you're not wasting it. Right, ADHD medicine is hard to take into Japan. Yeah, stuff like that, it can be quite difficult. You're not worried about resting, it's mostly just being a good tourist. Yeah, I mean, I think as long as you're generally respectful and polite to people, you'll be fine. You won't, yeah, like, um, I think you should just have fun, you know? You don't want to be that guy. I mean, I feel like if you're already worried about that, you're not going to be that guy. You know? Like the people who are that guy literally don't care. You know, they don't care about being respectful or like they don't care about like respecting the culture. Like they just don't care. So like if you're already concerned about it, then like I think you're already like a step above. You're not going to offend anyone. You'll be fine. And if you do offend someone, they're probably like really like xenophobic anyway, you know? Like they're probably like already going to hate you. And welcome in fan. Hi. Do you listen to Bob Marley? No, no. I've heard some songs, but I don't actively listen to him. But welcome in, Babash. Next time you visit Poland, kiss bread in public. You gotta do that. Kiss all the bread. Kiss all the bread that they have out at the bakery. Kiss every bread, even if you don't buy it. Just kiss it. You definitely won't get in trouble. Me just into reggae. I'm not into it. I just don't really listen to it. Yeah. It's kind of weird. One of the members of Running Man, it's like really into reggae, and he like releases like like Korean reggae music. I'm like I've never heard, like I'm like I've never I'm like I don't like I don't know how much like I like I'm like okay, like you do you, man. Have you been to Korea? I've been to Seoul once, but only for like a few days. I really want to go back. I feel like I didn't really get enough time there. And I went when it was too cold. It was way too cold. Like it was really hard to do stuff. Like I wanted to like I went to like the castle, but like it was so cold. I was like just dying. Not very worldly. You've only been to Canada. That's okay. That's honestly pretty normal. I've heard. I'll kiss the baguette when you go to France. That way you'll be able to attract the attention of Polish tourists. Oh, so you'll be able to find the Polish people. You probably get like people will be like so like people might stay away from you though if you're just like randomly kissing bread in public. They might be like, "Who's this person kissing the bread?" I would buy it first. Ah, okay. Well, if you bought it first, then it's totally normal to kiss it. Yeah. Just as long as you're kissing the bread that you have bought and paid for, and no one else is gonna eat it, or as long as you're not like feeding bread that you kiss to other people who might not want to eat it, then that's fine. And make sure you research the customs of the country and do all of them at once. I actually don't think it's don't want to kiss bread that you bought. Hey, don't if they want to do that, that's fine. Like. But like if you kiss the entire loaf, you're like contaminating it, kind of. Like. Gonna visit your heritage, Ireland. I've been to Ireland. I went last year. Well, I didn't get to see like the nature part of Ireland. I'll be down to see that. Next time I go to Ireland, I'll go to like the hike along the cliffs and stuff. I touch all the fruits and vegetables at the grocery store and then I put them back. That's fine. Yeah, kind of. Sometimes you have to touch them to like, not like all of them, but like you have to find like a good one. But yeah, I think you something, but like that's fine because like people will wash it. With the bread, like you don't wash bread before you eat it, so you should be careful about contaminating it. Only third generation on your mom's side. Well, maybe you can. Do you have family there then? In all seriousness, the two European countries I like to visit the most are Iceland and Switzerland because they both have amazing scenery. Yeah, a lot of people have been going to Iceland these days. Iceland is like super popular. My friend just went. I would be down to go to Iceland for sure. I haven't considered Switzerland though. I should imagine like mountains and stuff, right? Like like hanging out in like the snowy mountains and stuff like that. That's what I imagine. Swiss Alps, yeah. I mean, okay. One vacation that I would love to do is like imagine just like having like a cabin on the Swiss Alps, or no, it doesn't have to be Swiss Alps. Like, um, if it was just like a nice cabin, and it's like snowy out, and it'd be like very cozy, you know. But then I feel like you'd be bored. You'd be like, what would you do during that time? If you have Wi-Fi, I guess it's fine. Can you pronounce Iceland's capital? Probably not. No. If you're asking me that question, probably not. If Yellowstone was in Iceland, should be down. Sure, sure, yeah. Yeah, because okay, are you saying that Wyoming is comparable as like a destination than like taking out Yellowstone Park? Like if you're like, I said I would go somewhere if I'm like I want to go to the place and the park is there, you know? I don't know about I don't know about Wyoming. Watch the Banshees of Inisherin and you'll become half Irish overnight. I've never heard of that. But I've been to Ireland. I know all about Ireland. What the heck are you? Rek, Rek, Reykjavik? Is that how you pronounce it? Is that what you're trying to say? I don't even know how it's spelled. I'd be surprised if someone was from Iceland. It's not a very big country. Reykjavik. That sounds right. Reykjavik. Maybe it's not phonetic though. It could be something very different. We're from Southern Ireland country, Cork. Oh, nice, nice. I only went to I only went to Dublin. Spent a full vacation, 10 days in Yellowstone with even close to board. Are you like the Yellowstone like the Yellowstone endorser? You're like the Yellowstone marketing person, you know? I actually do get like ads for that kind of stuff. It's like I get ads like visit Quebec, or I get ads like visit America. Like look at all these places in America. I'm like, what? Why are you giving me ads about traveling? Nobody is from Iceland. No one at all? You're promoting. Okay, okay, okay. Click on your link for 10% discount. Wow, thank you, thank you. Um, freezing, snowing. You like not so cold winters and hot summer? I don't like hot summer. Gilbert secretly going on Twitch and marketing Yellowstone. That was their plan all along. They get commissions when people go to Yellowstone, even though it's a national park, you know? Like, they just own all the hotels in the area. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're either tour guide or they own all the hotels in the area. That'd be impressive. Small population. It would be impressive. I don't think so, though. Should I check my analytics? I'll check my analytics, and if Iceland shows up, that'd be very impressive, right? I don't know where it is. I can't remember where it's there. My gosh. Wait, Zirconian. It tells me like suggestions for what category to stream, and guess what the first one is? Oh no. Wait, what? Some of these are so weird. WWE Supercard. What? Why would I stream that? I'm trying to find I'm trying to find which country people are from. Don't give up. Don't give up. Oh, here, found it. Yeah, okay, never mind. Iceland is not on here. Your mom's from Faroe Islands, which is kind of Iceland-like. Yeah, I think you mentioned that as well. I mean, if it's Iceland-like, you can go there and then like it's not even that. It won't be as busy, right? The Yellowstone thing is a meme at this point. You're just gonna mention it Yellowstone every time. You just laughed about Iceland and Greenland. Yeah, it's kind of weird that they're named that. Um, maybe your chat is WWE enjoyers. I actually I actually got rated by a famous WWE wrestler a couple years ago. Like last year, a couple years ago now. So maybe it's that, you know? That's my claim to fame. That's like my most random raid. And like it's like I was bringing it up. Yes, you know a couple Iceland chatters? Greenland definitely rare. Okay, Greenland would be rarer. Um you're 25% Greenlander. Whoa, yeah, sure, that can count. It counts 25%. How huge was the raid? It wasn't even I don't think like it wasn't like that big of a raid. It wasn't like my biggest raid ever, but it was like really random because it's like cool. I also got raided by Justin Wong. He's like a really famous like fighting games guy. It's my claim to fame. I also got raided by Brian Deckart. He plays Connor in Detroit Become Human. I was so excited. um and welcome in Jamie. How are you? Good evening. Was it Trinidad? No. Guess again. Guess again. I don't know how like top he is though. Like I don't know if people can guess. I'm not sure. Um Maybe just have that wrestling potential. They saw it. They saw it. AJ Styles? No. It starts with an A though. Starts with an A. The best thing to come from Canada is Kim Convenience. I heard that's really good. I have not watched it though. I'm sure we have some good shows though. I actually have no idea. I wouldn't be able to tell you like what shows are Canadian, what shows are American. I mean, they pretty much film all the shows in Vancouver, you know? You're doing great. That's good to hear. Um, oh wait, it's probably asking me if I'm still watching. Nope, never mind. Just like that. Austin Creed. No, no. Maybe he's not that famous. I actually have no idea. I don't know any WWE wrestlers. Try again. Starts with an A. I can have a really big hint. Yeah, yeah. It's an American person. That's what you're asking. How'd they get cancel it like that? I think I would enjoy Kim's Convenience. Okay, there's a lot more wrestling than I thought. There's a lot more wrestlers than I thought. How do you guys know so many? I thought surely there can't be that many wrestlers that start with an A. Maybe there's more than I thought. It's like first name, last name. You mean the Canadian government randomly canceled the show? The government did? Why? Steve Cold, Steve Austin, Stone Cold. Oh my gosh, Nivea, you're typing today. It's not the greatest. Steve Cole, Steve Austin, the coolest wrestling name ever. There are no more. There are no more seasons. Oh wait, how could the government cancel the show? Your poor brain. Your brain is just filled with wrestlers. Maybe he's not that famous. Maybe I just don't know. But people seem to know him. Or maybe it's just because they like watch his stream. I don't know. Do you want a big hint, or do you want to keep guessing? Um, it was produced by Canadian Public Broadcasting. Oh, so that's not really the government. Hint. The hint is really big though. Is it okay? Hint. When they came into chat, they said "baby," and I was like, "What the hell are they saying?" Adam Cole. Yeah. Oh, you know. Okay. I was worried that you guys don't know. Yeah, yeah. But they came into chat, and everyone was like, "baby," and I was like, "Hello." I was like, "Hello, where are you guys?" Yeah, yeah. He actually really likes Zelda. He's a really big fan of Zelda. So he was playing it was when the Skyward Sword remake came out. So like um he was playing Skyward Sword and I was playing Skyward Sword and he rated me. He's actually a really big Zelda fan. His first name is Austin. Oh really? Wait, why did he change his name from a normal name to another normal name? Is it just because of the overlap? Because Adam sounds cooler. Is it really cooler? I don't know. But yeah, I was like, I was like bragging about that. I'm like, guys, I know Adam Cole, but I actually didn't know he was when he first came in. Um, Ning Ning is your Espa bias? I don't think I have one. I think Karina's really pretty. And welcome in, Scout. How are you? And welcome in, Knife. Hope you have a good day. Thank you. Hope you did too. There's other wrestling Austins. Oh, maybe it's just like too much of an overlap. Um, you just saw Espa last night in concert? Really? No way. They were so good. Whoa, I want to see that. I mean, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Espa Slade. Oh, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I've still never been to a K-pop concert. Somehow Logan rated you. Logan? Who's Logan? I thought what? You thought GIL 2 weeks ago and Esma last night? What the hell? You're just like living the life. What you don't need to flex so much. What the heck? Um Logan RDJ. I'm sorry, I don't know who that is. Have you ever looked at your Twitch tracker page at the list of famous followers? Probably, yeah. I know that Brian Decker still follows me, which I'm very happy about. I don't think he knows who I am, but I'm just happy about it. Um, did they use the AI visuals? Oh, that'd be so cool in the concert. They did like the AI stuff. Because I always forget about it. I always forget that they have those AI things. And they don't look like them. Why don't the AI things look like them at all? I think they were like meant for someone else or something. They changed the lineup or something. We mention all the times Blackpink has come to my city. They've never come to my city. Blackpink has never been in my area. But they were, I would have gone. I'll just be jealous. I just live in a city where no one comes to. And Scout, thank you so much for the 4 months. I appreciate it. Um, he's known for his Rizless video on Jubilee. Oh, I actually watched some Jubilee videos, but I don't know if I don't watch all of them. You see them every time, even in your area? Oh, it must be nice. I don't know, like large K-pop populations, they all come here. Oh, I see, I see. Yeah, no one comes to Vancouver that much. Um, the AI version of Karina gives you life. Karina is ridiculously pretty. Like, I feel like she's like an AI, you know? Like, she's like, how is Karina that pretty? Maybe it's like just plastic surgery, but like, she's ridiculous. He was in Six Jubilee bits. I mean, I don't really like pay attention to like who's in what Jubilee video, you know? Like, I don't know anyone's name from Jubilee. Atlanta area. Oh yeah, whenever they go across like America, they always go to Atlanta, and I'm like, why are they always going to Atlanta? I guess now I know. His ego would break if he heard you right now. Most people who are like watching Jubilee videos aren't like knowing everyone's name, right? They never come to me. Closest is London. I mean, at least it's like close enough, you know. I would go that far. For me, it's like the closest is usually like LA maybe, which is like really far. It's like 4 or 5 hour flight. Um, we got more Asians than you, really? Really? I imagine Georgia to be like quite a white state. But I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Now I know Atlanta can be an option for me. You said he is big. Come on, K-pop. I know, I know. For some reason, Vancouver just like they don't come. Like it was like a huge thing because like Taylor Swift isn't coming here as well. You should know him. Why? Why should I know him? It's kind of a weird thing to say. Yeah, yeah. Do not share your location. We good. Um, but yeah, yeah, I noticed every time they like when Blackpink did that like America tour like a while ago, they like went to like it was like LA, New York, Atlanta, Chicago. Like I was always like, why Atlanta? I told you the rest of the state is dog water. I do not represent the rest of the state. It does not represent the rest of the state, which is probably as bad as whatever you're imagining. Okay, okay. I guess that makes sense. I guess that makes sense. But yeah, I didn't know that about Atlanta. And the more I know. Blackpink came here on the tour before COVID, and the tour they just, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Went to both. Oh, that sounds nice. Did you go on the tour where they sang "Do Do" twice and whistle twice because they didn't have enough songs? Did you go on that tour? They only visit Vancouver to film movies. Yeah, they come here to film movies because it's cheap. I wanna make you. Can you see analytics? Yeah, I just had them open the other day. We're just because we're talking about Iceland, but Iceland is not here. The small 1% ones I have are Australia, France, South Korea, Japan, India, Netherlands, Poland. There you go, Merrick. That's you. Uh, and Mexico. But I have 2% Sweden. 2% Sweden, 4% Brazil. Yeah, interesting. I don't know how specific it gets. It's just by country. It's just by country. It does not give me like people's addresses or anything like that, you know? That would be a bit concerning. Did a live collab with Dua Lipa for one of the NYC concerts. Oh yeah, for Kiss and Makeup. That would have been cool. But like imagine if they had like Lady Gaga or something, you know, come on. Or whatever else have they done. Yeah, they've some cool collabs, you know, like it'd be cool. Time, chemical light, the scene would explode if Lady Gaga went on stage. Yeah, that would be so crazy. I feel like that was their most like that'd be like their most insane collab. Only love to hate me love. I think I'd love to see them now too, like when they have like more music. Hopefully I can see them eventually. I'll probably have to go somewhere to see them though. Like I'll have to see them like when I'm on vacation or something. Like see them when they like go to Japan or like um like I'll have to see them like specifically go to South Korea when they're touring or something, you know? See them in Tokyo. But I guess if I go to Tokyo though, then I'll have to listen to all the Japanese versions. Because they often sing Japanese versions when they're doing their Japan concerts. And I don't know if I want that. I'm sorry. I'd rather see like um the original one. Yeah, but that might be the most likely chance I have to see them because like I'm in Japan fairly often, right? I think it might be something like that. They hate me. Yeah, but yeah, some of the Japanese versions are so cringy. Waiting for a New Jeans World Tour. I feel like they should finish school. I feel like, what about their school? Like, I'm sorry, I'm just very worried about the young idols. I'm like, what? Like, shouldn't they finish like high school? Like, what are they gonna do? They're touring the world for years. La, 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 how you love to hate me, love. Yeah, I guess maybe I guess they can. It's like the same as like kids who are on like touring Broadway shows, right? They probably do school, they probably do school like classes or something like that. Somewhere. Um, it is what it is. I mean, yeah, but I think it's still really gross that they're so young. That's like my least favorite thing about K-pop for sure. I don't really like groups where the members are too young. It like kind of weirds me out. Although they have some banger songs, I will admit. I will admit, but like, I don't know. I'm just very worried for them, you know? Like, I I don't think it's a safe place for them to be in the industry, you know? You can travel with Google Maps and Power Street View, like play like GeoGuessr, and I'm like pretending I'm traveling. Is that what it is? Can't go to concert that way. I mean, you could watch a live concert. You can watch like a video, but it's not really the same thing. It's like when Blackpink like they did like an online concert, but it wasn't live. Like it wasn't live. Like so it's like wait, what could you do? Um, the industry as a whole shouldn't debut them before they're 18. I agree. And GeoGuessr, yeah, GeoGuessr. We can play that game. I can't even sing. Oh, I can't sing along. My throat hurts. The level of cringe has stopped me from being obsessed with their music. I love OMG a lot. That's my favorite. They say Jio's first win. I saw that she did win on Instagram, but I don't watch like I don't keep up with like the music shows and like the awards and stuff like that. But I did see that she wins. Would it like bubble to win? Is it a group or is it a song? Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't pay attention to the music show wins and stuff like that. I sometimes watch like actually I don't even watch the performances. And Kalani, thank you so much for the 25 months. How are you? I almost want to sing along with this song, but I can't. My throat hurts. I'm dying. After I stop stream, I'm just gonna like not say a word until tomorrow's stream. We doing good. I'm glad. I'm glad. We're just talking about K-pop as we do. It's hard to sing. I love you. Okay, sorry. I just said I wasn't gonna sing, but I can. This song, I love this song. And then I was trying to learn this song, and like she does this thing with her hands where she goes like 1, 2, like, and then but her hands are always parallel the whole time. I'm like, how the hell does she do it? She goes like 1, 2 like this, like down, but her hands are like really parallel the entire time, so it looks really cool. But like I literally cannot do it. I'm like, how do you do it? But speaking of, I remember talking about Somi earlier. I learned her dance challenge. I learned the fast forward dance challenge. That's what I learned recently, but I haven't been practicing that much dancing. I've been tired. And Welcome in Asian Style, Roller Coaster by Chungha. It is. Um, Chungha finally came back and danced the unreleased song. Really? I didn't see that. Where did she dance to that? Yeah, I can't remember the last time like her last song was Sparkling, right? That was like last year. Yeah, Chungha's one of like I think she was one of my favorite solo artists. She's very very talented. You see on Twitter? I don't check Twitter these days. I'll have to find it. I'll have to find it. She's just so good at dancing. I love Chungha. I love like really really good dancers. I'm really into like dance stuff these days. Wanna try tonight. Sunmi also came to Atlanta last year and she was very good. You're making me want to move to Atlanta. I'm like, man, Atlanta's kind of like popping off, you know? What's the percentage of Asian people in Atlanta? Is it more than 30%? I mean, she lives in Atlanta. Oh, really? Man, it sounds kind of cool then. I'll see her like posting about like places she's going, but like I actually wasn't, I don't know where she lives. Yeah, I haven't really been using Twitter that much. I think a lot of people kind of like went off Twitter recently, so I just haven't been checking as much. Yeah, I think Gilberto knows they're lucky. They're just like flexing all these K-pop cons. Just okay. Look. Just list them all. Just list them all, and then we'll just cry. But we'll cry all at once. So you're not like drip feeding us. Like just tell us every K-pop concert you've been to, and we'll be like, oh my god, I'm so jealous. You know? You're only 30. The part. Oh, your part. I thought you were saying you were 32% white. I was like, why do you know that specifically? Um. Yeah. Can you just give us a list? The part you're in is only 32% white. That sounds really nice. I like that. I think Vancouver is 40% white. Something like that. It's like, and I think it's pretty similar, like between 30 and 40%. So I guess Atlanta is less white than here. I had no idea. I literally had no idea. I thought including Georgia, sorry, all of Georgia, including Atlanta, would be the same. You've seen Taeyang, J Park, and now Blackpink. That's a pretty good list, though. That's a pretty good list. I saw J Park and Jungkook went to an MMA show together. Jungkook, like Kim Jungkook from Running Man, which is cool. I didn't know they were close, but I guess they both hang out in LA. We've already covered the full list. Oh, okay, we're good. We're good. We don't have to suffer anymore. We don't have to suffer any longer. Okay. I can survive that. Twice came, you didn't see them. Oh, that hurts the most. Okay, I'm sorry. That one. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Running Man is so fun. I love Running Man. It's my favorite show. They probably changed the K hip hop R&B scene since like 2012. Yeah. Well, I didn't know they were friends. I was quite impressed. I was like, okay. They came here more than once. Dang. They probably did. They probably came like at least twice. Twice. That's not a joke. I mean, I genuinely think they toured America twice. I thought they're gonna say Luna too. Oh yeah. That would have been, especially like now, right? Because you can't see them anymore. Okay, they went. They went though. They were there. They were at Atlanta. I feel like I want to like know which K-pop groups are like good live. You know? Or do they? I mean, I guess I guess if they don't sing live, if they're not good live, they should just lip sync. You know? Like it's fine. You wouldn't know. You should have went to see Dreamcatcher. Oh, do you like Dreamcatcher? Luna was here. Dang. And I feel like yeah, when they go to America only for like a few places, I feel like Atlanta's always on there, and I always wondered why. And they never come to Vancouver. Very sad. Very sad. I don't mind them listening if it makes for a better dance. Yeah. I mean, like for example, like aespa, like I 100% don't mind if they lip sync. Like you cannot sing Black Mamba and dance Black Mamba at the same time. Like I'm totally fine with that. But I guess I'm sure they have some songs that just like stand there and sing, you know, casually. So I'd want to know if they're really bad at singing, you know? Like I would kind of want to know if they're really bad at singing because I feel like I would be kind of upset if I went to a concert and then like they were like horrible at singing. I'd be like, this is a bit, you know, not very happy about it. But there's a really intensive dance performance. Like I'm okay with them lip syncing. It's impressive if they don't, but it's okay if they do. Um, Dreamcatcher song reminds you of an anime song, kind of yeah, kind of. But K-pop groups go to Toronto quite frequently if they're in the wrong Canadian city. Yeah, I mean a lot of places tour to Toronto and not Vancouver. Like not just K-pop groups, like Taylor Swift for example, recently. It's always like that. Like they always go to Toronto but not Canada, not Vancouver. I think it's just because like usually they're like already in like New York, so they're pretty close, you know? I've seen Umbi though, she doesn't even bother lip syncing. Umbi's great. She's like well rounded. I believe it. You need to YouTube for MR remove live clips from concert that shows the raw vocals. I'm not a super big fan of the MR remove because it's like still like manipulated in some way. Like the person doing it could, um, you know, it's not always like unbiased. I guess there still needs to be some editing to get to that. But then again, like there's not really like full live clips ever. I think during concerts usually it's the most you can hear with them. The concerts and like the encore stage and stuff like that, where there's no backup track. But yeah, it's a. I think MR remove kind of sounds weird. I'd rather hear them with the backup track because you can still hear it with them unless the backup track is like extremely loud. I feel like everyone goes to NYC in Toronto. Yeah, I think it's a logistics thing. I've read about it and apparently it's like logistics um like going all the way to Vancouver to cross the border, fly across the border. It's like not worth for them. But like Toronto is like more doable because it's closer to a lot of like it's closer to Chicago and New York, which they would probably already be going to. So Vancouver just like is always like they never come here. Yeah, I feel it's always tragic. It's very very tragic here. But yeah, I don't have a high expectation of K-pop vocals anyway. We've been over this. We've been over this, you know. I don't have high standards. I'm impressed when a K-pop singer does have good vocals. I am impressed, but it's not I've kind of accepted that they don't really. And Gilberto, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're enjoying it here, even though I don't know where Yellowstone is. Okay, sorry. You want to go to AMG concert in the future whenever you do it? See Lihi, Gray, Doko, Davida. I would love to go to that. I think I would love to go to that the most. We got off on sketchy footing, but I redeemed myself. Thank you, thank you. I think yeah, honestly, Kalani, I would want to see that more. Like I feel like it would be more hype to see like J Park or something like that. I feel like the one group that I would like to see their concert is like Twice. Um, maybe Blackpink as well, but like in terms of like them putting on like a good show, like I feel like Twice would be really exciting. Um, and their tickets are probably cheaper than Blackpink's, you know. But like a lot of other K-pop groups, like I might listen to them and stuff, but um, with a lot of other groups, like I might listen to them, but like I don't necessarily need to see them live, and I'm not expecting like an amazing performance of the lifetime. Like I feel like I would only want to go if I'm like personally attached to the like parasocially attached to the members, you know, um, or if I just if it's the ticket's not too expensive, you know, like I would obviously go. Like if like I don't know if a group that I'm like you know like a different group came here and then like it wasn't even like it wasn't that expensive, I would definitely go. But like it's more like the ones I would want to see the most are probably ones I would actually put on a really good show. Like if Chungga came, like I would be so down. Like because I know she would do a really good show. Um, but not like no offense, but a lot of K-pop groups aren't that good at performing. So like I want like unless you really really like them just for who they are, like it might not be as exciting. Problem with Wait till they have too many members. Yeah, they do have a lot of members. I meant to pay as much for ITZY as I did for Black. Really? The ITZY tickets were that expensive? Well, that's a bit, yeah, that's a bit rough, honestly. That doesn't make sense. I thought Blackpink here were way overpriced. The Blackpink tickets were so overpriced. They were ridiculous. Have you seen the new Misamo group? Like the subunit? I have seen them. I like their song. I like their song. Um, is it possible for singing groups in Vancouver that are more costly to hire stage and stuff? Yeah, I think we just don't have good venues. Um, we have like a big stadium and a big arena, but we don't really have anything in between. I think that's the issue as well. But I think it's mostly logistics about like location and stuff. like location, crossing the border, stuff like that. Sadly, J Park isn't an AMJ anymore, except for CEO, which is both hip hop and R&B inspired. He made a third label focused on creating boy. Oh, really? Maybe it's more profitable or something. I'd love to see Leahy. It's with a much smaller venue than Blackpink. A secondhand website. Bought the tickets. Oh, you bought. Oh, you bought like scalper prices. I see. Was it worth it? Were they good? Oh no. I feel like I would want a good show. I would either want a good. I would either A, want a good show, or B, just love them so much that I'm just happy to see them in front of me. You know, like I feel like it's good either one. Like I bet some groups, no offense, I bet some groups have like really like lackluster concerts. You know, um, but it probably depends on the group. But Sami was actually probably the best performer. I can see that. I can see that. Yeah. I would. I think I would. I think like for me, in terms of like who would put on the best performance, I think it would be Chunga. Like I feel like Chunga would be so epic. Or maybe like twice because of like production value. But I don't know. From what I've seen, they have like a pretty high production value in their concerts. Like if you're paying that much, you know, like if you're paying that much, they better have good production value, you know. Blackpink had an insane production value. That's good to hear. I heard like mixed things. On like their previous tour, but their newer tour looked like really really nice. Because I think like their last tour, like they probably had some like logistical things, you know, where like they couldn't like bring a lot of props and stuff with them. But yeah, I think it just depends. But yeah, twice seems like really exciting. I don't know. But if it works out and I'm like able to see them if I'm when I'm traveling somewhere or if they come like close enough where I can go see them, or any of these groups, I would 100% do it. But if I never see them, it's not the end of the world. It's really not the end of the world. I haven't been to a lot of concerts these days anyway. They can negotiate with the government to partially fund the event. I'm sure they would for Taylor Swift, like, but maybe not for like ITZY, you know. The last concert I went to was seeing Tim Henson, so I was like pretty happy with that. I saw Polyphia, and then Tim Henson was like directly in front of me, like 6 feet in front of me. So I'm like, honestly, I'm happy with that. You saw Polyphia? I did. And I feel really bad about not seeing twice. You missed out. You missed out. But maybe they'll be back. Yeah, Polyphia actually came here because they're like American. Tim Henson. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I love Tim Henson so much. I was like he was like directly in front of me. We have a picture. I have a picture. Well, the picture is like my phone background. Like he was like right there. Look at him. Oh, he's so handsome. He's very handsome and good at guitar. It might have it might have been my lock screen for like the last year. um like front row. It was like standing. So I was like right there. There's like one person between me. Like one person in front of me and then like Tim. Tim right there, you know? Tim Henson the puppeteer, that's him. The guy who made the Muppets. Yeah, it was pretty epic. It was pretty epic. It was great. I was like for example, like that part, it's like that stuff is like seeing like a concert like that is really cool because like they're playing the guitars like so well, like right in front of your face. Um, so seeing like that's part of the fun of the concert. They obviously put on a very good show. He is a Jim Henson a guitar. Fair enough, yeah. I thought he was cute before he completely covered every inch of his body in tattoos. You know what? I don't love it either, but it's his body, and he's still He's attractive to the point where I don't mind, you know? Oh, sorry. I'm pressing the space bar. And welcome in, Sakura. I'm good. I'm good. How are you? But yeah, I'm. Look, I'm just. I. He's just very attractive. Where am I from? I'm from Canada. Where are you from? If you want to share. That is in the back, talking sick. Tell me 'cause I like that. I like that. It's getting late, yeah. I don't want to I don't want to stream too late because my throat is starting to hurt. I'm gonna stream again tomorrow, so I'll probably wrap up pretty soon. It's nice to meet you too, Sakura. Now we know we just typed Tim Henson clone. Yeah, yeah. My top crushes right now. Tim Henson has been #1 for like the last like 3 years. Maybe not 3 years, 2 years. Tim Henson. I like Han Sojun from True Beauty. The guy on the motorcycle from True Beauty. Okay, sleep well, Zirconian. Take care. And then also #3, Dino from 17. Okay, no, Kaya, that's different. Like animated people are separate. Like, 'cause that's like a different standard, you know. You can't compare like Kaya to like Tim Henson, you know. Like they're like one is a PNG and one is like a real human. It's a bit difficult. But if it's like fictional people, then probably yeah. Kaya #1. No, maybe Leon #1, Kaya #2, Albedo. Albedo #3. I love Albedo. I mean, honestly, Kaya and Leon could be interchanged. They're in different universes, so it doesn't apply, you know? Like, if I had the opportunity to date Kaya, I would not be in Galar, you know? Like, but if I was in Galar, then Kaya wouldn't be there. So it's like, it's separate. It's separate. But yeah, that's my. I mean, everyone. I feel like if you once you stay in the chat for like a week, you probably already know like I like Tim Henson. You know, it comes up often. It comes up very often. My love for Tim Henson transcends. Watch them hit the ground. Went to Red Velvet concert before they retired. They actually came to Bang. Speaking of like K-pop groups that come to Vancouver, it was pretty much just Red Velvet. But I missed it as well. I wasn't like a big fan at the time. And I don't even know if I'd go now. I don't know. Out of time. I think you should know. I probably would go if it wasn't too expensive. You know? Time I come around. And if I had someone to go with, you know? Make another round. Look from me lights out. Watch them hit the ground. We standing in line alone last night? I mean, if you can go on your own, like, more power to you, you know? Way down. But I mean, for Red Velvet, like, I feel like some groups I would definitely see on my own, you know? Like, even if no one wanted to go with me, I would still go. But yeah, like I said, like, sorry, not Unforgiven. Sorry, I'm reading the title here. If it was Red Velvet, then I wouldn't like them enough to go alone, you know? But I don't know who I would. I mean, maybe like some of my favorite idols. Like I like. Would I see Twice alone? I don't know. I feel like Twice is like a party time, you know? I would see like I like Kim Sejong a lot. I would see Sejong alone for sure. Or if like my favorite group, my favorite band, Sorang. If Sorang came, I would 100% go alone. I would not miss out, but they would never come. But I would definitely go see them alone. Unforgiven. Unforgiven girls. Wait, what is going on, by the way? Music, audio. Why is the vocal so quiet? I want to Cake on LA, but Blackpink was that weekend. Priorities. out. I'm sorry, but the I posted in Discord before, but I don't know if people saw it. Um, I watched the encore stage for this song, and my god, they were so bad at singing. Like, I'm sorry, but like, I was like shocked. Like, I was like, Chaewon sounded fine, Yoonjin sounded fine. The rest of them were so bad. Especially Sakura was like couldn't sing a single note, like on pitch. Like she in this part she sings like no 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 like and then but she didn't sing any of those three notes correctly. I was like it's three notes, girl. Like it can't be that hard. But it was like living like it was just like living in my brain for like the last week. I was like I hear the song and then I hear them like singing off pitch. Like it was like it took me okay, it took me a while like before I could hear like more and more the same way as well. But like even then like they were okay. Stray Kids, ITZY, XGG. Oh, that's a lot. And Blackpink was worth more. I think I would choose Blackpink as well. You see the Chaewon meme? What is it? Chaewon sounded fine. Chaewon, by the way, Chaewon sounded great. Um, she actually was singing fine. But oh my god, Sakura, Sakura. Is the Seraphim terrible at singing? Yes. I can't believe what I heard. I legitimately cannot believe what I heard. I can't spell the name. I'm too lazy to look it up. I'll play a small clip, but like I'm not gonna play it for that long. Okay, like it's not great. It's gonna hurt your ears. Sorry, wait. This is Sakura. Unchi is like okay. This Kazuo is not okay. Yeah, okay, we'll stop. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We'll stop. We'll stop. But I was like shocked. I was like, how could you sing that bad? It's a bit questionable. It's on the Discord, like she messed up a line and Unchi and Yoonjin couldn't stop holding in their laughter in the mic. Aw, that's cute. That's why opera lip sync. Yeah, honestly, if you're that bad at singing, fine, lip sync. I don't mind. You know. But they shouldn't be that bad at singing. That's the thing. Like they're literally like professional. Like it's their job. Like it's their job to sing. Even if you're like the rapper, like I understand Kazuo is a rapper, but like you should be able to like sing on pitch. Like even if you're like bad at, like even if you're not the best singer in the world, like you should be able to like you should be like passable. You know. Okay, not going to see them in concert, but Twice has a clip like that too. That's the thing. But there's more of them, so it's like it kind of covers it. But there's a few. It's a few Twice members. There's a few Twice members. I'm telling you, that sound like that. But I guess it's okay because there's like less. There's like less lines to go around. You know, like it's fine. Um. Everyone went off to the song at the concert the most. Really? This one? I'd actually be down for that. Um. Unless you can dance to keep a stable note, just lip sync. Honestly, yeah. I think like a lot of K-pop dances these days aren't really meant to be danced at, or not meant to be sung at the same time. Like there's a lot of dances where it's like you cannot like sing at the same time as you're doing this. You know, like even if you're good at singing, you're not gonna sound great. But yeah, it's But like honestly, I don't think they should be that bad. Like I don't think they should be that bad. But like they were I was watching like they were talking about their training schedule and they pretty much only do dance practice. Like they don't really do singing lessons because like there's no way like they say that they do like recording lessons and stuff like that, but like there's no way they've had any like significant vocal training and they sound like that. You know, like there's actually no way. Like even if you had like one vocal lesson a week, like you probably sound better than that. Um, so it's like, yeah, I think they mostly just do dance practice. And mix are good. Oh yeah, yeah. I watched some when I was watching encore stage and stuff like that. And mix were fine. And mix sounded great. Um, that was encore stage, so not everyone sounds like that, but and mix are good. Um, like honestly, as long as they can sing like, you don't. Not everyone has to be like Wendy, you know. But like, as long as they're like passable and they sound like okay when they're singing, like the bar is kind of low, honestly. Um, that was straight dog water. I know, I know. If you even if you took like a random person off the street, they might be better than that. I think there's two sides to K-pop these days. There's the vocal artists that don't dance, and then there's groups that focus on performance. Yeah, but they're it's like really bad though. Like honestly, like even if you're a group that don't if you focus on performance, like they still release songs where they're singing, right? Like they sing on their albums. Like they should be like not absolute garbage. Like they should be like it shouldn't hurt your ears to listen to it, you know? Like it shouldn't hurt your ears to listen to what I'm saying. I don't think it's a high bar. I really don't think it's a high bar. um Favorite beat track? I like Nightmare the most. Nightmare and this one. This one's so good though. It sounds like a it kind of reminds me of like a TLC song maybe. I wouldn't sound better than that, but I'm also not getting paid to do it. But I bet some like random person on the street can sing like can sing better than that, you know? People might actually pay you to stop singing if you were doing it. Oh no. You'd be like, I'm forgiven. I don't say fair. Fair. But yeah. I think like a lot of groups just don't do any like vocal training or stuff like that. I don't think they're really focused on that. Like if you like you just have to look at the dances. Like you just have to look at the dances of like recent songs. Like it's obviously not focused on singing. They don't care. How are they singing for the album? No idea, honestly. Like how can Sakura sound like that, but then also like it's and like okay, actually it's autotune. It's autotune. Um their songs are super autotuned. Like Lift Seraphim songs. But she probably tries like 15 times. She probably tries like every note like 15 times, and then it's just like auto-tuned for the rest. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Their vocals are really auto-tuned. But it kind of fits the vibe of the song, you know, like because the songs are not really vocal oriented, you know. And you'll notice a lot of their songs like they're not really singing. They're just like saying like I'm forgiven, I'm a villain, you know, like they're not singing anything too complicated. Yeah, I think it just depends on the group. I think it just depends on the group. I think the bar is so low too, so yeah, okay. I think I need to wrap up now. I'm sorry. My voice is not having it. My voice is not having it. I think I need to wrap up so I can actually stream tomorrow as well. I want to recover. I want to get lots of rest. I said earlier in the stream, but like I'm like I feel like I'm getting sick. You know, like do you know like when you're like feel like you're about to get sick? I'm like having that feeling. So I want to get lots of rest today and rest my voice because it's like suffering a bit. But yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know when you get that feeling and you feel it in your throat, or like you kind of feel like slightly feverish, and you're like, no, don't get sick, don't get sick. So I have to be really careful. But yeah, I'm glad you stopped by too, Gerbodo, and it's nice to meet you as well, Sakura. But yeah, I think on this note, I will leave it here for today. Time for some Earl Grey tea. Yeah, yeah. Maybe I'll drink some tea. But I feel like also like sweaty and feverish, so like I don't know if I want tea. um, but yeah, I will get lots of rest. Don't worry, I'll be fine. I'll rest up and probably feel better tomorrow. But yeah, I'll be streaming again tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific. I was really hoping that I could stream Just Dance and we could dance some K-pop songs. Like I was really wanting to dance some K-pop songs, but I'm not feeling well, so I don't think it's a good idea. Hopefully when I come back from my break, so Sunday and Monday will be my Monday will be my I'll be streaming on Sunday. Sorry, my brain. I'm streaming on Sunday and Monday, but Monday will be my last stream for like 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, because I have a friend coming into town, and so I'm just not gonna stream during that time. But so yeah, Sunday, Monday. But join the Discord. Join the Discord. I'll be in there like the whole time. Um, I'm literally in Discord like every hour of every day. I have a problem. But yeah, stream. The last just chatting stream will be tomorrow, 12 p.m. Pacific. What else? Yeah, yeah. Stream tomorrow, 12 p.m. Pacific. Hopefully I'll see you there. If not, have a good rest of your weekend and don't get sick. Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you in Discord. Bye.